Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Roll Hit Die Presents Dungeons with Veterans. As Todd decides to vanish into the background. Tonight we will continue our homebrew campaign. I am Dan Latham, also known as Shut It Degar, your dungeon master for this campaign. I will make a few announcements before we allow my players to introduce themselves. All the maps and minis that you notice on the screen are brought to you by Roll20 so that my players can see the death and destruction I have coming for them. Or they can end up marking 125 holes on the map so that they never get used. Things like that.
That's not all the time. That's just occasional.
I tried that once. Never again.
You got one in it.
I think I got two, maybe. Maybe
two. All right. So, also our sponsor for every game that we run on this channel is GUI Cube. If you haven't had a chance to check them out, please go check them out online at GUICube.com. There is a Kickstarter that'll be coming up before too long. I believe it starts next month. There's still some more details to be hashed out on that before we can actually post it and say any more on it. But once we have that information, we will be sharing it here for you folks to check out yourself. Give them a hand and get some great, as we put it, GUI items in the process. Also on top of that, I believe on the 7th of November, some of us are going to try to work for Extra Life fundraiser for the Children's Healthcare of Atlanta. So stay tuned for that. I believe we'll have probably 4 games running that day. I think it's what our last decision was on that. So yes, stick with us and we'll keep you posted on that. So unless I have any other announcements, I can't think of any other announcements this time. Any of my players have any announcements they'd like to make?
That extra thing, Extra Life, is actually Children's Miracle Network hospitals. That's the hospitals throughout the U.S. that
not just Atlanta.
Aid, yeah,
Right,
not just
right,
Atlanta.
right. My bad. I apologize.
But you can choose if you want to do all or just a specific.
Correct.
And since all my players are spread throughout, and I'm the only one here within Atlanta, we're going to do it the bigger one, not just localized.
Yeah. Now each team member has their own goals that they can set to specific hospitals as well.
All right. So, are there anything else? Any other announcements?
TsunamiCon is coming up in November, and GUI's going to be running mods there.
Excellent. Is that going to be virtual, or is that going to be...
They have made it entirely virtual since nobody wants to go to Wichita.
Nobody. It has nothing to do with the virus, just nobody wants to go to Wichita.
Yeah.
Wichita's not that great anyway.
I mean,
Wichita, Kansas, or Wichita Falls, Texas?
It's in
Wichita,
Kansas.
Yeah, I was going to assume Kansas because of where they're from.
They're out of Kansas, so... Yeah.
They're out of Colorado.
Okay.
Yeah, Colorado's where
GUI Cube is out of Colorado.
Oh, it says Prismatic Tsunami is a Kansas-based group. So
that's for the con. My bad. Yeah.
For the con. Yeah.
Yeah, because GUI, they're out of Colorado.
So unless there's anything else, let's go ahead and start with right below me and give our character introductions, which by now most of our viewers should know who they are, but just in case, we have some new ones that decided to pop in and check us out. Serge, tell us, who are you?
Who am I? Well,
yes,
my name is Curtis Ross. Tonight I am playing Serge, the Wild Hunt Shifter Druid. I cast spells and tend to, I guess, reincarnate people is what's going to happen tonight, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
I think you're more a body part collector, is what it sounds like.
Well, not part, just like
Frankenstein.
some hair, or if there's a little piece I can take, because I don't need much.
He's
At
Frankenstein.
what point do we get to label you as a serial killer carrying chunks of trophies around?
Well, he doesn't necessarily kill them. He
He's
just
not a
collects
serial
We
them.
don't
killer.
know
Mad
that.
scientist.
Like other people who see you with body parts don't know that.
He's just
It's
a mad
just a
scientist
tiny
who takes
piece.
body parts and builds new people.
It's like, oh, their ears laying there, I'll take that. You have yet to see Brother
We can just call
May-I.
him Dr. Frankenstein.
You have yet to see Brother May-I and his horde of kobolds that may come up.
This is true.
All right, well,
But yeah.
following a surge is corporal punishment.
You hit 1 or 2. Okay. Sorry.
I am Corporal Punishment, the Tiefling Paladin, and I have a trusty alicorn named Fred. And I am former Army Reserve and U.S. Navy.
Following corporal punishment is our newest player as of last week, Belfie.
Hi, my
Or-
name is
or
Tara. I'm
Belfi.
playing Belfi.
Just
Belfi. You know, one of these daggers might find you in the face if you keep getting it wrong. My name is
Your
Belfi.
daggers are supposed to be finding the DM's characters in the face all the time anyway.
That's a fair point, well made, isn't it? My name is Belfi Twinblade. I am a rogue trying to figure out exactly where I am, what's going on, and why are these people trying to kill me?
Not us. We're trying to get you killed.
Well,
I haven't tried to kill you yet.
well, somehow.
If I had tried to kill you, you'd be dead. Just saying.
You did shoot her already.
But I didn't try to kill her. It's not like I told the bow that she was my enemy or anything.
I just feel like you're a bad shot and it wasn't hard enough to kill me, but you tried.
Okay.
It did
I'll
like
go
10
there.
points of damage.
I'll
Next
bring
up,
you back as my servant.
speaking
Or
of,
I can
next up
reincarnate you. You
is
don't need to be a
our,
halfling.
I want to say resident necromancer, but he's not. Brother, may I?
Hello. I am Marcus Scott, former Air Force. So I'm playing Brother Man, who's a. Oh. How should I say this?
Lich.
Party
In
animal,
training, maybe.
all around nice guy.
Yes. He believes in second chances on life with everybody.
Of course, life is not necessarily what's needed for it. Just as long as the body works, it's fine.
Second
Yeah.
chances into unlife, maybe, some say.
Following
What
Brother May-
is life?
Well, usually blood pumping through the body, lungs taking in air and breathing,
Animate
coherent
character.
thought of their own accord. Those, I don't think any of your creatures have any of that, do they?
I think that's a very narrow definition there. And I liked Skelly a lot.
That old
Just
phrase, as
couldn't
long
get
as they got a
outside
heartbeat and a
one.
pulse or whatever it is. None of them do. So following Brother May I, of course, is Dumont.
Oui, allô? Je suis d'humour. Et je suis là juste pour tuer les gens. Alors, c'est bien. Et je veux bien que vous pouvez me voir pendant cette aventure.
A Canadian. What? I didn't know that.
No, if I was Canadian, it'd be like, oui, allô? Je suis d'humour. Et je suis ici pour vous aider.
See, now
So-
I understand you less than I understand Rock.
Needless to say, Dumont is not French. He's more of what was the accent you were using for Dumont?
Oh,
And this
yeah,
time,
yeah.
maybe do it in English for those who don't speak French.
Okay, yeah, sorry. Pardon me, I'm playing Demore. I'm here just to kill people. And so please come watch us do that because it's a lot of fun and we bring them back to life so we can do it again.
That's not true. You also find traps.
Oh, it's true. It's true. I
Yes,
make
our
it so other
10-foot
people
pole.
can't kill us.
Yeah, Dumont is the wind-up toy that you wind up, put on the floor, and let run straight through whatever's in front of you. Last but certainly not least is our man out of time, I suppose is the best way to put it.
Yeah. Sergeant Rock, who is a World War II soldier who has found himself unexpectedly in this land, brought in, it turns out, by the bad guys, who he has since resigned that commission. And he's being run by me. I'm Fritz Neufeld, retired Air Force Reserves.
All right, so which one of my lovely players would like to give us a recap of what happened last week?
Well,
I
last
was gonna
week.
say, so don't everybody speak up.
Yep. Might as well. We killed the dragon. So we made our way out and checked on everything. Checked all around the complex. Belfi was really looking for a ring and we couldn't seem to find it. So we went outside, found the man that we had told we might bring his lady friend back. was dead and eaten by wolves. So, why not grab a piece of him after talking to him and
Just grab a
convincing him
chunk.
that his lady friend was alive, actually, when she's not. We're perfectly fine people.
You didn't convince her that she was alive. You just
We-
said, like, why would you want to spend the rest of your life without her?
Well, I mean, we
Or
did tell her that
spend a life without you.
she was alive, is what we told her. That
Yeah.
she wasn't dead. So we may have lied
No,
to him.
she's not the smushed body laying next to you that you're covered in her blood. No, that's not her. Not at all.
Yeah, not at all. So we made our way back in. We saw a mouse folk frozen. We saw a petrified minotaur, a Luxodon in a cage, in a pod, and then the rest of the characters had seemed to have killed each other. And then I can't remember what it was called. The snake lady with 6 arms had fled after helping us kill the dragon.
Merilith.
Merilith, yes. So we didn't see anyone else. We looked around. Rock had found a recording in one room on this weird little black box thing, and he was listening to it, and it told the date, and how many years it was. He asked for the layout of the facility. It showed him the layout of the facility, where places were, but it would not open doors for him because he was not authorized. So we found our way to the barracks, the kitchen. He saw a video of what had happened and a recording of how a guy blew up one of these installations that had the portals, and it sounded like that installation had blown up right at the end of the recording. So we continued and we found this room that was locked, and we opened the door, and behind the door was a room filled with these weird contraptions, looked like laser guns basically, with batteries around that were all smashed to pieces, and the dragon's hoard. So we collected everything, set up shop, and decided to stay there for the night. So Belfie and everyone else rested and were about to wake up to leave. That morning.
Wait,
Right.
didn't we also find a dead goblin in the barracks?
Yeah, there was a part of a dead
Let's not
goblin
talk
that
about
was handed to me, but it was too old to be reincarnated and dead too long.
Yeah,
Alright,
I
sure.
think there was a bit where we left, we went down to
Yeah.
the village.
Where the
Found
guy
out
was
that-
eaten by wolves.
Yeah, we didn't manage to save that guy. We decided it wasn't a nice place to stay, so we went back up to,
And stayed in the bunker.
to the barracks where there were already beds with mattresses and stuff.
Yeah, but I believe somebody was curled up in a corner. So give me a d20 roll so we can give you your...
11.
No, I don't want you to use 11.
I can roll again.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Advantage on a saving throw.
All right. I'm just stacking up the advantage on everything. I don't have multiples anymore.
So let's see. You guys were still in the facility, were you not?
Yep, we were still in the bunker. Or in the barracks.
Yes, for some god awful reason we slept here.
Yeah, and I don't know. Did we do watches before we left? I don't
Yes.
think we did.
Yeah, we did.
All right. So who was on the last
That's all right.
watch?
I think Rock and I were on the last watch.
All right. And
And Seymour.
well, now it's the morning, or at least you think it's the morning, since you can't see the sun where you're currently at. But it's been at least 8 hours, or at least 12 hours, we'll say.
Okay. We're still on the overall map.
Yep, you sure are, aren't you?
Fred and I
Yep.
will go out and do a cursory check of the area.
Well, before you go, stay for a briefing.
Oh, yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, preparation of combat meals.
Briefing.
Demonstrate the use of the P38 on cans and safe use. And yeah, how to use hot packs to improve the taste of the meals.
What's a hot pack?
Really? Can you improve the taste of them?
Tabasco.
They're not
That's-
cold.
If you eat them cold, they don't taste as good as when they're warm. It's true.
Definitely better when they're warm. So
Even
they
the
use
chocolate is
that's how
better
you
warm.
18 temporary hit points for everyone.
Cool.
Yep.
You just have
So-
to make sure you find a rock or something.
Or
I
something.
like this guy right here.
Have you seen the T-shirt that has that on it? It says rock or something.
All right, so before everyone heads off, do we want to head to Consti today? Is that what we're kind of planning?
Yeah.
Are we gonna wind walk?
Yeah, it's still looks like it's about 400 miles away, so yeah, that'd be the best course of action.
Yeah.
And I'm still curious because when we get to Consti and we find a place, if we really want to, I can reincarnate that guy and his lady friend and this mouse fella.
Did you keep those chunks with you all night?
They're not on me.
I thought that was the
As I
plan.
pat the bag.
In a freeze dry bag, they're fine.
It's not a freeze dry bag, but I got them. It's like
So there-
chunk of elf. Here it is.
Do you label it? How do you tell the difference? What if you mean to reincarnate the man, but you reincarnate the woman? Does
Then
it?
I try the next chunk and it should reincarnate the man.
This all sounds horribly.
I don't know what we're doing the mouse.
I mean, why not?
Because mouse people are cool.
I mean, he's still technically within the days that I can revive him or bring him back, so why leave him dead when, someone might be out there looking for him,
I
we-
suppose. And you have a whole shitload of hydraulic fluid, so we might as well use it.
Whatever that is, yeah.
Yeah, whatever I draw.
Have we come up with a reason why we haven't killed her yet? She is wearing the armor of our enemies.
Yes,
I mean, I didn't have an issue with those people.
Oh, we had a whole conversation a while back. We talked
Yeah.
about it, and we decided that she's just a halfling. She was caught up in that. She didn't put them on. Someone dressed her.
He was
I
being helpful.
must have missed that conversation.
No, it's okay. As I said, I am from the southeastern part of Faerun, outside of a port town, and on my naming day, basically I was abducted, tested on. They put me in this armor to see how it would react to things, and then I woke up.
I mean, if people really aren't happy with her, I mean, I can plane shift her.
Or I could just go.
I mean, you don't have to, but I'm just
Yeah.
stating the options.
He seems to be
Well-
handy. Right, we might as well keep her along.
Yeah, I
Rather
don't
than
see why
plain
not. She
shit
helped us
It's
take
not
care
wrong.
of the dragon, so
There's a rock.
I
She's talking
figured.
about this
Yeah,
Faerun.
but so did the snake lady.
But the snake lady ran and wasn't attacking it, or was attacking us right when she saw us. She
Are
did.
we worried about her coming back, by the way? Because she can, like, poof in and out of places.
Yeah, we don't know.
She comes back. It's her own fault.
I would like to add that you all did take turns sleeping in the same room with me, and trust me, if I wanted to, I could have slit your throat in your sleep, and I didn't.
Yeah.
Not likely,
Well,
but okay.
I'm looking at the fact that
Shut up
those
during
that
the
were
thing. I
dressed,
was watching.
Not so much mine. I was up on it.
that
Well-
those in that uniform were humans that were trying to kill us.
What was that voice,
I'm not a
Dan?
human. Sorry.
Or the weird golems. There were some golems there that were trying to kill us as well.
And
Yeah.
a demon.
What was that voice, Dan? Was that you, or was that something in here?
Seymour.
Voice? What voice? I don't know what you're talking about.
All right.
I think that wasn't that Seymour who was just talking as well? He's vouching for her.
No, Seymour's a little deeper voice than that. Give me a perception check.
I have a stupid high passive, but yeah, I can do a perception. 23.
You can do perception.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, you gotta love the.
32.
He rolled a natural 19. I rolled a.
There's
12.
there's a little glowy something another in the corner of the room.
Even the rock is on it.
Hey, Rock, can you come here? What's
Wait,
that little thing over there?
Not the same corner Fred was in.
Pointing out the glowy thing.
No, it's not too far from the goblin's body.
Okay, let's go
Look,
take a look.
I mean,
Yeah.
because Rock, you can see some things that aren't exactly them.
that's right. I will step over there and apply some witch side action. See if it is an illusion or a transmutated creature.
No,
have to
you
put your
see
eyes
what
to
looks
your
like the
temple
ghost
and
of a
do that.
goblin sitting in the corner.
The ghost of the goblin part that we found in here.
Mhm.
Okay,
Why not?
sure. How you doing, ghost?
Yes.
dead.
Rock, when you do witch side, you have to put your fingers to your temple. And
That's always
Yes.
happening.
Absolutely.
I'm dead. How do you think I feel?
And I have to make a sound.
yeah, I
Well,
speak
probably
goblin,
not
by the
too
way.
good. Probably not too good since you're a ghost.
I'm a ghost. What? Nah.
I speak Goblin, so if he's speaking Goblin, I understand what he's saying.
He's speaking broken common, it
Yeah,
seems
he's
like.
speaking broken common.
Did you not know you were dead?
I'm not dead. I'm sitting right here.
Well, no. That's your body over there.
Put that up.
Sorry.
Not dead yet. I feel like going for a walk.
Did you want to come back and be alive again?
This.
I am alive. I'm sitting right
The
here.
spicy monster gets this.
No, you're a ghost, dear. Yeah, that's your body laying over there.
Yeah.
You're all just fine with this.
Well, he's not attacking, so
I'm a paladin. I'm supposed to help people.
Wait. So, Goblin Ghost comes up. Oh, sweetheart, honey, let me help you. I help you kill a fracking dragon, and you want to kill me off?
Well, this
I
is
never said I was
before
going
you
to kill
help.
you.
Not you.
Pretty serious questions about this myself. But goblins are basically crazy wild men of Borneo, and we don't need those guys around here.
Okay. It's a ghost, so
I mean,
I'm trying to help him cross over.
oh, well, yeah,
Ducks.
I approve of. Yeah, push him on.
Ducks.
Yeah, let him go to his little goblin Hades and
Yeah, you ducks.
swim the
Here.
goblin sticks.
With your 32 perception, you see the green light, the goblin over in the corner, but periodically you see what looks like a string of green that comes from the ceiling.
Hey, there's a man behind the curtain.
Phlogiston.
A
So
what?
I'm going to follow the string.
Disappears in a weird half black ball in the ceiling,
Nice. I'm gonna cover the ball.
and the goblin disappears,
Hey!
I'm gonna
Okay.
uncover it.
and the goblin reappears.
I'm gonna cover it again.
What?
So periodically, the goblin that's sitting here talking to you just keeps disappearing.
Okay.
Ducks, what are you doing?
Playing with the eye in the sky. My God is back.
The eye in the sky?
I wanna find out where my God's body is.
Okay, and how you gonna do that?
I'm gonna ask Rock to help me. He knows more about this than I do.
We take a look at this projector first and see how it works.
Projector, this is a manifestation of my deity.
Now,
Oh, is this part of your god from like that other place we were in with all the robot things?
Yeah,
apparently.
I mean, his
Oh,
God's
okay.
that claw thing, so it was-
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. They're normally used for training films, but a lot of good entertainment comes on cartoons.
So how does your god make the ghost talk?
I have no idea. I'm not the God.
Well, the talkies, they came up with some pretty good speakers for some of these systems, so you didn't have to just read it.
Well, yeah, but it was like answering my questions.
Look, what's the point?
Yeah, that's a little weird.
So doesn't that mean your god is alive somewhere?
I'm not a god.
That's the point of being a god. They have to rule over something.
Don't you tell him a goblin.
Alright, you need to cross over.
He jumps from one side of the room to the other. Okay.
That's not crossing over.
I crossed over.
I'm gonna see if I can figure out where this signal is coming from.
Yeah, rocks on it.
What happens if you smash that thing?
Don't touch my God.
No, I'm just asking a question. I'm not going to touch your god.
That would definitely end this guy.
That sounds
It
dirty.
might still be able to speak to him, though.
Where, where's...
Where are you going?
I say to the goblin form.
Us?
So where are you?
I'm right in front of you, dummy.
No, this is not you. See, and I cover it up again. He disappears. So you're not here. You're here. Where are you? Where are you talking to us from?
Do you uncover it?
Yep.
It's no longer a goblin standing there.
Aha.
You see what looks like a human in a, I'd say, white lab coat, but the entire projection is green. Matter of fact, Belfie gets a little.
Yeah, no, I back out.
You recognize the face.
Oh no.
Does this look like a scientist?
Well, I mean, it looks like some of the bodies are on the ground. Your character doesn't know what a scientist is, so.
No, I know, but I was
As
wondering
a
because we
player,
found
yeah.
some.
Mhm.
Yeah, we found some dead.
Fine.
so-
Quit covering up my projector there and tell me why you're in my facility.
I'm angry and pulling out my crossbow and my rapier right now. I'm not happy.
I'm
I'm
not sure.
angry too because
He
this is
was
supposed to
weak.
be my god, and he was a goblin, and now he's not anymore. What's up with that?
Well, I
Yeah.
thought maybe the goblin would be less of intrusive for me to communicate.
Where are you? Because we've been pretty much all over this place.
I am this place.
You are this place.
Deuces.
You're-
Yeah.
He's the god again! Yay!
You may be aware this wasn't really necessarily your facility because there was a dragon here who seemed to pretty well own the place. We took care of the
Yes,
dragon,
thank you for
so-
taking care of that.
Where's your altar so that I may come and worship you?
My what?
Your altar, you're a deity. You have
These
to have an altar. I
primitive
believe.
creatures.
I think he's asking about your office.
These are the same people that did the tests and caused this whole thing. Can we please just leave? I don't know what kind of witchcraft is happening right now.
How old
But
are you?
this is not okay.
What was the point of all those experiments that were being
Give
conducted?
me an
in the-
investigation check, may I?
How old are you?
How old am I?
Yes.
I don't have an age.
You don't have an age?
Only living mortal beings have an age. I don't have one.
So you're not a living being.
I'm starting to actively hyperventilate.
Do I look like a living being to you?
Yeah, you took on the.
We've
the,
seen a lot of different things in a lot of different forms. You could be anything.
You look like
wait.
a monster.
I take the little box that Rock likes to talk to,
Wait a
and I
minute.
show it to the guy. I'm like, does this talk to you?
Are you Subject 5473? Why are you out of your tube?
I just start shaking my head and like putting my back against a wall and going, we need to get out of here.
You find a couple bodies that are decayed that kind of resemble maybe the height of what this projection's putting off, but you can't recognize any facial.
Wait, did you make the portals?
No, I did not make the portals.
Oh.
What can you tell us
Man
about?
made the portals.
Did you study them?
Okay.
I
so
was a project used to study them, yes. What is your clearance, soldier?
I'm cleared to know the
Ultra
inside
secret.
scoop on Project Overlord. So yeah, got secret clearance.
I'm sorry, Project Overlord. That project was scrapped 70 years ago.
Dan, would
Yes.
I recognize any clearance codes from what I heard from being tested on?
No, they
Yeah.
were very adamant not to say anything
Okay.
around the subjects just in case. Yeah, it makes it easier for them to not escape if they have that access.
Just making sure.
Alright, so you cast Animate Dead on 2 of them. That looked okay, yeah. So you have 2 scientists about 5'11", no facial hair on them. Granted, their hair is longer than what's his in the picture because hair grows after death.
Pretty
Yeah.
should appear.
And so you have them, and you let me know. You can speak up and let me know what they're doing with them. So
They
subject.
follow me back to the room.
What subject?
What-
No,
Do I see this yet? His
Not yet.
reanimates.
When you say that they used you to make the portals, what do you mean by that?
Why, mortals have a problem with calculating certain mathematical equations. Therefore, they created me to assist with those equations.
You're a computer.
What's computer?
Do you know? Do you know what a computer is?
Rock told me what a computer is.
So you know.
It explains some basic targeting computers that I've seen on ships. This is
Sorry, did you just compare me to a targeting computer on a ship?
yeah.
Oh no, it's the
Above
only
and out.
thing. The only thing I know that he told me.
And you know, Sergeant Rock, you've not seen anything in this building that's anywhere near the size of the computers back from your day.
No. Nope. But I guess it looks like magic to us, and in the future, it's just technology.
Well, I do appreciate you removing the unwanted guest from my facility. But when you do finish up here, can you please put subject 5473 back in her tube?
No, I think
Be
we
back in that
liberated her.
tube, and I will slice you clean through.
Yeah, we're
Well,
coming.
I don't think we're done studying you yet, my dear. Or at least,
all those tubes have been
Hey, alright,
destroyed.
Turns out
so
you are
I'm
done
sorry.
studying.
Did you say destroyed? Please,
Yeah,
please
some of those
stand
creatures
by.
that got out seem to
Can
have.
we please leave now?
Now
Nothing
the
comes
image
but
seems
voice.
to stop, like frozen in place for a moment.
Your lab's been shut down.
Why isn't he moving now?
Can we leave? And
Yeah.
out of character. You said
Mhm.
I recognize that.
Oh yes, it has the image of the lead scientist who's experimenting on all the creatures that came through the portal.
Okay, so I would have a visceral reaction
Yes.
to. Okay, good. Just making sure.
I mean, if you knew that your bolt would hit, you would have fired it by now. But you already
I'm
know that this
single.
is not actually somebody that's here.
Right, they've shown that with the
With the
Hold.
covering it up and such.
I'm keeping an eye out in the hallway and like I'm constantly looking around. I don't trust this. I think something horrible is about to happen. And I'd really like it if we left.
What did you do to the
I
labs?
start filling the orb in the ceiling to see if I can take this talking dude with me.
Your labs, the evil, vile things that they were.
Give me
are living
an
on-
investigation check, Dux.
I need to look up something because I know
yes,
it, but
the
I can't remember it.
specimen containment center has been destroyed. What have you done?
Your time has passed.
I think they got out.
Well, I mean, I don't know what you think it is, but according to that little thing that he's asking about, the year's probably long past what you last remember. According
I came
to
back
that little
online a
thing,
month ago.
yeah, that little pad said the year is looking through my notes.
Stand by.
August 6th of 3945,
He
which
freezes.
doesn't make sense at all.
It freezes again.
This
Comes back.
cannot be
There's no
trusted.
satellite around for me to coordinate with.
Yeah, no, because the year is actually, from what we know, because like I'm assuming
Better?
that you may be one of the people, but you guys seem to have started a war many years ago.
You have broken into
And,
this facility and caused damage. I will alert security.
Well, the current year is 1875.
Guess who's security now? That's us.
Right. I don't think what you understand is that the things that were in the tubes actually broke out of them. We didn't break them out.
What
Yeah.
it's not understanding
The head
is
kick
that it holds no
cocks
sway
sideways
anymore.
and goes,
We need to leave.
Security protocols have already been activated a month ago when I was reestablished. Security
We weren't
drones
here a month
have been
ago.
destroyed.
Yeah.
Yeah, because apparently you guys had a Glabrazoo.
If a computer
a
could
mirror?
look, yeah, if a computer could look confused, right now this image looks kind of confused, as if it's trying to figure out why it can't access anything outside of this facility, or why it can't activate the security droids to come and pretty much take care of you.
Hey,
I have
Sergeant,
no word.
Sergeant Rock, can that box tell you anything about this?
Are there any destroyed droids in this room that may or may not be?
You've seen parts all over the place that were taken out by somebody previously.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the dragon secured the place from the dragon's perspective and eliminated this guy's ability to secure the place from his perspective. So now it's just a guy in a box.
Okay, so you guys are standing there talking this thing, and all of a sudden, here comes May-I with two white coat zombies marching behind him.
Literally.
Yeah, Belfie, that's
Gasping.
normal. Just so you know.
So was I able to get the ball out of the ceiling?
Your
that's
investigation,
his
yeah.
thing.
You actually see that you can pry off the dome, and as you do, you see what looks like a crystal in the ceiling, underneath the dome.
Okay, so I have a rudimentary understanding of magic,
Yes.
and so I'm going to see if I can preserve the magical spell and take it with me.
All right. So you want to try
I'll
to
assist you and guide
preserve
you
the
because
magical
I'm a
spell.
little more knowledgeable.
So as you go to grab this thing,
It's a remote camera. Come on, let it be.
as you grab it and you pull on it, you notice it has this weird vine that runs inside the ceiling.
Just like my god.
What are you doing? And of course, you guys, everybody's watching and talking to this image. It's starting to like bounce all over the room now.
Yeah, it's
Fox, do you really think you can take your god with you? Is your god portable or something?
It
Hey,
might
you talk
be.
to Bast everywhere we are. I want to be able to talk to my god too.
Yeah, why don't you just grab it?
Yeah, but I don't grab Bast.
So
That
there's a
is
vine
so
going back.
wrong in so many levels.
Bach recognizes wires right away and says, yeah, those wires probably go back to a power supply. I wouldn't recommend pulling on those things. There might be significant voltage in there and you can get zapped pretty good.
So you're saying
What's
this is just
voltage?
an extension of my god, but we have to find his actual body.
Wow. Yeah, might not be a body, but yeah, we can go look around for the actual source of the image here.
All right, so I say to the computer, so where is your center?
Yeah, your studio.
My center, my studio.
Where is it that you are housed? This seems
I
to
am
be an
here.
extension of you.
I am this facility.
So where's your center?
Is there an
The
office
center-
somewhere?
The
Cameras
facility?
set up?
Where is your energy source? Where do you get fed at?
I don't eat.
Where do you store your knowledge?
It's in my systems.
Where are your systems?
Mass storage.
This facility is my system.
Okay.
What are you asking?
Well, I see this, and I start making the guy go all over the room. And this is not obviously not you.
It
This is just
This is
a
an
piece.
extension of you.
Why is the little one speaking, Sergeant?
Well, he's
I snip the wires.
accustomed to seeing it.
Finally.
And of course, camera blinks out.
Dang it!
Give me
What's
a
that
dexterity
crystal made
saving
out
throw.
of? Oh, never
My
mind.
deck save.
Yes.
So I have advantage on those, right?
I'll let you have advantage.
Danger sense.
Everybody will have a +1 on saving throws if they're near me. So
Well, May I came back and I had to explain to her because she was like out here, so I'd be at the door basically. I think.
You
But,
take 11 points of electric shocking damage as you snip this wire.
So I don't. Take, so I,
Parts-
I take,
yeah.
half, I take none.
No,
God,
that
man.
was half.
I know, but I have evasion, so if
That's
I
right,
wouldn't
you
have taken
do.
half, I take none.
Precisely.
The rock looks over at you, though. I spark shoot around. I go, did I just tell you to watch out for those wires?
So my god wanted to punish me. I need
There
to
anyway-
find him.
is
It's
there any
not
way to?
rock. Electro Man, but yeah, he just broke.
Is there any way? Is there any way to follow the wires to see where they go?
I try to put the camera back. I try to reconnect the vines.
Oh, you're asking for it. I'm saying you close that circuit, you're going to experience another zap.
Yep. And as soon as you get the wires, of course, another heavy bolt of electricity shoots through it. You're nimble enough. You're not. Anybody else that was nearby or would have done it probably would have got toasted by now. But yeah, you touch the wires for a second. It flickers a little bit.
All right, Rock. Come help me. We gotta find him. We gotta find him now.
Can we follow the wire to find the thing to see where it goes?
I start pulling on the wire.
So quick to
You
follow
start pulling on the
this.
wire. Give
Does
me
it
a
start coming out of the ceiling at all?
yeah. Give me a strength.
That wasn't your god.
Give me a strength.
You're
check.
guided still, just so you know.
That was the demon lady who did all of the experiments, or
I
at
rolled
least
a
oversaw
19.
them.
What was that?
It rolled in D&D Beyond, but I rolled a 19. How do I get it to roll?
Yeah,
the D20?
there it went
There
through.
we go.
You got a 23 on your first roll.
Okay, so yeah, you yank this wire, and as you pull, you fall to the floor, and you just have this long thing of wire that runs into the ceiling in your hands.
I keep. I
And
follow
and
it.
you're not yeah, you keep pulling it, and it just keeps coming. All of a sudden, the very end of it's frayed and is in your hands.
Damn it. I mean, dang it.
Well, now you did it. Now we can't follow it.
So do I intuit which direction it was pulling from?
No.
Can I intuit which direction it was pulling from?
Give me an insight.
I mean, geez, I thought we could follow it to find out where it was coming from.
You know, it said this entire place is it, so I mean, that could have
Well-
just been it, really.
But Rock said that they all have to have a big white box that they come from.
Usually has some kind of generator to provide power and some kind of radio receiver and I don't know what else.
Well, the
Right.
last place we were in had multiple levels.
You know, none of this stuff is on mission. We're supposed to be headed to Constantine.
Yeah.
I want my god.
And stop
I mean-
on some kids. Maybe we should just focus on that.
Well,
Yeah.
that
This
box
place is
that you
always gonna
have,
be
it
here.
sounded a lot like this guy we were just talking to. Can I have your box?
Well, this guy, he seemed to think he was this facility, and this facility's basically shut down. It's basically a barracks with a few beds.
Can I have that box that you've been carrying around that you've been talking to?
The walkie-talkie.
The
one that
box
you were
that was
asking
talking about the
time and
recorder.
the year. It sounded just like the guy that I broke.
Oh, the the data pad. Sure, I guess you can. Don't break it because I want to check on maps and stuff. It's been pretty handy so far.
Okay. So I take the data pad and start tinking on it.
What do you mean jinking on it?
Like just touching it, with it. Seeing if I can make it talk to me like
Yeah,
the
you
guy
start
just
touching it, and these different little pictures and images start coming up.
Ooh. Did any of them start talking to me?
You hear the same recording he did.
Ah.
Okay, I guess Fred and I are gonna go scout out and make sure nothing bad's outside, so we
Did
can
we
get
see
out of
any
here.
stairs when we were going around to the other
You
places?
did not.
This is a single level?
Yeah, but we know there's
What you
a
found.
cave. There's a passage leading to the cave that probably leads all the way back to that port town we came from.
Yeah, but it wasn't finished. Everywhere around here in the place we were last time, it looked nice. It was cut stone. It wasn't rough cave
Yeah.
like formation.
Yeah, it looked like this facility had been tunneled into from the mountains, and then things probably went awry for the facility.
All right, I'm gonna start looking around to see if I can find any other like accesses or anything to go to different levels of this facility.
Okay, give me an investigation.
Don't get too wrapped up in that, Dux. We gotta move on.
Yep. Let me know when we're ready, and I'll cast my spell and get us closer to Consti.
You do find these weird tunnels.
That look like part of the facility.
Well, I mean, you find these weird. They almost look like a grill. You see people cook on, but it's on the wall, and you can tell when you get real close to it and you're looking at it. There's darkness beyond it.
I'm gonna pull off the grill.
And you pull off the grill, and there's this real smooth tunnel that runs straight in, and it's
I'm gonna
almost
climb
like it's almost like it's made out of lightweight armor. I mean, it's not gonna stop an arrow or anything from going through it, but you get in it, it starts making this popping noise as you start crawling around inside it.
So is it narrow like that one we climbed through last time that led me to my god?
I think you squeezed through one walking through, didn't you?
Yeah.
Like a conveyor line.
Yeah, there's a
Uh-huh.
conveyor line.
Yeah, he
yes.
got
No.
past all the little android things on it.
No,
Yeah,
this is literally a 2x2 tunnel, and
Okay. I'm gonna
after a
crawl-
while,
I'm gonna crawl for a ways.
yeah,
See if I
well,
can
you
figure out
crawl
where it
for a
goes.
ways. It splits off in different directions. You see,
Well, Rock catches that he's
What
gone
looks-
into the duct. He says, "Oh no, we do not need ducks in the ducts. It's just an airway, dude."
And I'm gonna use the data pad and say, "Show me the map."
when it
I'm
brings
the
up a map of the
I'm
level
the
you're
map.
on.
And does it show me this?
It shows
nice
your
little
it
tunnel?
shows you in a wall.
Does it show anywhere? Does it show the tunnels that I'm in at all?
Nope.
An unexplored section. So I'm gonna look
Almost
around
as
a
if
little
the
bit.
map doesn't take into consideration the ventilation system.
Ducks, we're
I'm
getting
gonna
ready to.
follow the air. Like if the air gets stronger or cooler, I'm gonna go towards it.
All right.
Ducks, we're gonna head off to Consti. We're gonna leave you here if you don't get out.
After after a while of clunking around inside this tunnel, you come to a vent where you're feeling the air coming from, pop it open.
Sure.
You pop it open. You're about 20 feet in the air, in a room above a dead dragon.
Yay! I jump out onto the dragon.
And what's everybody else doing?
I'm gonna grab the mouse folk.
Mm-hmm.
Like the whole thing or just a chunk?
I mean, he's only like this big, so I'm just gonna
He's
grab
the
the
size of
entire
a
mouse
chunk.
folk. Yeah, I'm gonna grab the entire mouse folk, stuff him in my bag of holding. So I have a chunk of a mouse folk basically, but then I have little bits and pieces of the other two. All right, so hey, you're back.
Yeah.
Everyone ready to go?
Yes.
So wait, you guys are still down in the barracks, right?
We
Well,
I'm
I
not.
think after you didn't come back up, they decided to start walking out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sergeant Rock said, "Ducks, get out of the ducks.
Yeah.
If you don't, we're just going to go ahead and leave you." So you didn't come back, so they left.
This time when we cast that wind walk, make sure you kind of put your arms out and kind of fly around like this. I'm going to be a P-51.
all right. So
Must I make the noise for it to work?
I'm gonna pull out my map and point out. So this is kind of what I'm thinking, and if you're gonna join us, Belfie, we're up here somewhere in the map, and we're gonna be heading to Consti down here. And it looks like it's about 400-ish miles.
Is this a place that's well populated?
Yeah, I believe so. Normally, the only cities on this that are labeled are highly populated cities.
Well, I mean, if you're really headed to take on the one that caused all of this, then if you'll have me, I'd like to join you. But if not, that's as good a place as any for me to find my way.
Yeah, because you were mentioning trying to find information, and I know a place that might have some, but that's a long ways from here. And we'd have to go someplace I've already seen to get us there real quick.
We need a tree.
Yes. Basically.
So as you
That's
get,
me looking as I get up on Friender.
yeah, you already made your way out towards the opening. As you get towards the opening of the cave, there's about a foot of snow on the ground just outside the cave, and it's still snowing.
How's the weather?
Oh,
that
it's-
sucks.
Cold. Matter of fact, a
visibility.
blizzard or something. You can still see it's. Did you do your weather check stuff? Your
No.
druid craft? Okay.
I got it now.
All right. So with your druid craft, it does tell you that a storm is coming in.
Which way does it seem like it's coming in from the weather itself?
It's coming in from the northeast.
Okay, so it's coming in from a direction we've already come from.
Correct.
So,
Almost as if maybe you've dealt with the same storm already.
all right. So it would appear that maybe this storm is the one we hit a few days ago. Depending on the visibility, I think it'd be good to head out now. Try and make our way as close to Consti.
Now, do I
Same.
see any tracks in the snow out there?
Oh, Jesus. Why don't you actually voice that, please? That way our viewers, who might just be paying attention to us through the voice and not video, can actually tell what you just friggin' did.
I drew a crude image of the guy from the bar fight, handed it to my minions, and told them to go find him and send him to the cave back towards town.
Do we see you do this?
Guys.
Probably not.
Okay.
Yeah, this is when I went got him and everybody was talking.
Okay. Cool.
This isn't going to work very well if we go out in the blizzard. We're supposed to, and that we won't be able to see shit. So
Yeah. Well, this blizzard's
might have
coming
to-
from behind us.
on
We
the
get ahead
north-
of it. We should be fine, right?
But yeah,
You
depending.
hear Dux's voice behind you as you guys are sitting at the front of the cave.
As you guys go walking out past the big torn open door that the dragon made, you hear a bang behind you as a small, light piece of metal bounces off the ground, and then Dux comes flying out of the little tunnel that's up there in the air and lands on top of the dead dragon.
Nice.
Have fun in there. We'll call you your HVAC man from now on.
Now
What's
he
the
is a
HVAC?
little covered in dust and such because that
Filthy.
ventilation system has not worked in a very long time. So he's got like a lot of reddish brown dust all over his body.
So Ducks went into the ducks to get covered in dust.
Yeah,
Say that 3 times fast.
yeah, Ducks and Dust.
We now call you Triple D.
Well, it looks
So-
like the weather's getting pretty bad. Belfie, you're gonna probably need some clothing.
I already gave her the warm weather gear.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you already have some, I was gonna say I have some spares, but you're fine then.
I appreciate it.
I think a good option for this stretch, we might be able to just go independently, fly out until we get to clear air, get on the other side of the front. And then everybody just make sure they continue going south, keep the morning sun on your left. And we can rendezvous in Consti. Now, we can't keep track of each other, but we'll all know where we're gonna go. We're gonna meet on the north.
I don't know where we're going at all.
Yeah,
You can just stay
so
with me. We'll make it.
like I pull out the map and what I'm showing you is we're down here.
The blue box.
Yep, that blue box is roughly where we're at. And then we're gonna make our way down here.
Should be fairly straightforward. We're going down a valley, there may be some roads. We're gonna go to the only city that we see on the map.
Right, I step closer to the other small one, as we've been called, and say, I like this idea.
All right,
So
let's-
are we all ready to go?
Whenever you are.
Let me just make sure my engine noises are working.
By the
okay.
way, with your perception, other than the storm, you don't see anything else out there.
Okay, I don't see any tracks around the cave or anything.
No, matter of fact, even if there were, the snow is too deep now, and it's been snowing for such a while. Those tracks are gone.
Okay.
There's a dead wolf there that's missing its pelt.
Covered in snow now. It's over a foot of snow.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
that's
all
back in
covered.
the cave. That's not outside the cave.
Ah,
You can forget about that thing.
don't know what you're talking about.
All right, so what are y'all doing?
We're turning into clouds.
Right. To me, this has all been 48 hours, so this has been the weirdest 2 days that I've ever had.
Oh, don't worry. It'll get wetter from here.
Yep. And
Th-
I'm
This from the
gonna
person
throw-
who's been tested on about 1,000 or
Yes,
so
because I've
years
never
ago.
woken up 1,000 years later, so.
So when we get there, find the northeast corner of Consti, materialize there, and hopefully we all can figure out the northeast corner of Consti, and we'll be able to unite there. We'll just treat that as a rally point.
I'll just let you go in front of me.
Okay.
I'll find you.
We're all going to be going the same speed.
All right,
I know. I'll
so
just let you go right
give
in
me
front of
those
Survival
give me those
checks.
survival checks if you don't mind.
Let me throw up the spell first.
Right on everything.
So I'm going
Wonderful, you
using
say.
my
Oh,
6th slot spell for Windwalk.
but I didn't want to.
Then I'm going to throw up a 31 for my survival.
But you people,
Oh, no.
Good thing we're all going individually.
yeah. So, oh look, this looks exactly like crops in Normandy. All right. So we were going ashore, right? And we were expecting all the guns would have been quelled by all the guys that paratrooped back behind us thing. And we get there and we find out there's no paratroopers doing anything functional.
So basically, Serge and I are the only ones that know where we're going.
So, Serge, you and Ducks, after you've cast a spell, start to kind of drift off. And notice that everybody else is doing the same thing, just in opposite directions.
Well, did Tara, didn't you say you were going to stay with me? Or sorry, Belty?
I did. I was
It
going
doesn't
to try
matter.
to
She
save
rolled a
you.
4.
Yeah.
Where we're going.
Rolled a low.
I
We
said
are
I was
literally
going to try.
scattered into the winds.
So yeah, as you cast it, two go this way, and then the rest of them start going.
This is
wherever.
fine.
Now you know
So I
there's
telepathically
one that's
linked
kind of
with
going the
Serge,
same
and I'm like,
direction
I
you
think I'll
guys
find
are,
him.
but kind of veering off to the north a little. But the
I'm
rest
gonna
of them
leave
are
it
just.
to you to get them because I can't talk. Is
All
what I'm
right,
gonna
so
tell
I
you.
start reaching out to everyone telepathically and say, follow this cloud. And I start like jumping up and down.
So you see one cloud going up and down.
Let's see if I can see that cloud.
Yeah, give me perception checks.
Oh no.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Melfi sees me.
All right.
I mean, he's pretty obvious.
There you go.
There's somebody spotted it.
Oh, Fred was rolling.
Yeah,
we gonna
Fred.
lose
Fred's in there somewhere with a 10.
Yeah, Fred is not very perceptive.
If he gets lost, he gets lost.
Doesn't,
mean,
it
Something.
doesn't take
He's
much.
a summoned creature, right?
Yeah.
You can just summon him back.
It doesn't take much, but yeah, everybody sees the bouncing version of a cloud,
Lines,
and you make it on your way. So you're heading to Consti straight away.
yeah.
Yes,
And
Straight
how
to
far
Consti.
did we
Yeah, I
determine
had
that
no
was?
idea.
400 miles.
Yeah, it's only 400 miles really from where we're at.
And you can travel that much in one day, right?
Oh, yeah.
We
It was like Rock is cutting in and out really bad.
Actually, he just froze up completely.
He's a rock.
Yeah. So yeah, no, we can really travel. I think when I did the
Surge.
math, it was like 540 something.
Surge,
Yes.
screenshot that.
Give me a second.
Sorry, Rock.
There we go. Got it.
All right.
So yeah, I know we can go like 520 something roughly.
All right. So
So 400's not too bad.
yep, he lost signal altogether. So he'll get back in here in a second. And good thing for that is it won't mess the cameras up. All right. So you guys take off and well, I take that back. I'm sure it did just mess up one camera. Hey,
No.
look. Yeah. Yeah.
Not Fallon, kind of, but she's still there.
Yeah. There he is. Nope, there he went.
Microwave oven.
It sure does.
Hey.
As soon as it stops, I'm back online.
Well, now we know.
So
So what happens is when I've got a buddy staying here, and when he uses the microwave oven, it cuts off my Wi-Fi.
that used to happen with my old headset. It did not like it.
Yeah,
Wow.
I've known that the Wi-Fi interferes or the microwave interferes with the Wi-Fi, but I'm usually either here or I'm using the Wi-Fi. They don't happen at the same time.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's funny.
So
All right.
you guys take off, and of course, you know, it's kind of a gray day. Not that you can feel it anymore, but when right before you did transform, it was really cold. Let's see, you can smell the death in the air from the dead dragon behind you. Of course, the fresh intake of cold air in your lungs just before you transform. By the time you get to what you see as a rather large city, village, I mean, you don't know exactly as you're coming closer to it. All you know is it's there's a river flowing into what looks like a walled city of sorts. You get there about the time the sun is starting to go down.
It's 8 hours we can travel.
Yeah. Oh, you can only travel about 8 hours?
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
the 500 in that 8 hours.
All right. So it is that time of year. So it'll be start to get dark.
All right, cool.
So I'm not going to do the math. Just take my word for it.
Yeah, gotcha.
All right, so you start coming up to the outskirts of the city as it's starting to, you know, the sun's starting to go down. I mean, it's not dark yet. It's just you can tell the sun is starting to,
Mhm.
well, it's darkening because you haven't seen a sun the entire day because it's all been behind cloud cover. It's been
Works.
snowing on you or snowing in the general area that you've been in the entire time. So as you start to see this village or city or whatever in front of you start to come closer into view, what are you doing?
Well, about a mile out, I plan on, you know, not like right in front of the gates, but like a little ways out, land and take a minute to transform back into myself.
All right. And everybody else notices Surge, one of the thing stops, and then after about a minute, Surge is standing there.
Yeah, I'm not going
None of
anywhere.
that.
It's
It's
a little
too
distance
friggin'
from
early
town.
for that.
Sorry, I'll try to stop.
No, I'll go towards the northeast corner of town and touch down outside of the town because I don't want to get in there and be.
Okay, so you bypass where Surge transforms altogether.
I'm
I
staying
don't think
out
so
of
because
town.
I'm staying back away from town as well. I'm not going into town.
So I'm saying, do you want to stop the same place he
Sure,
is, or
stop, same place.
do you
perfect.
want to stop somewhere different?
Close, but not like on top of them.
Okay, well,
Preferably. It's like, no, stay away, Cloud. No, fuck off, Cloud. Leave me alone.
now you guys are all standing there with another cloud floating around you.
Oh, really? There's an extra?
No, it's not an extra. You've counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then
Oh.
the sixth one's a cloud, or seventh one
And
because I
doesn't-
forgot about Fred.
Yes.
Because
Maybe
Yeah.
know how to
I did not
transform-
hear anybody.
She did say that she's seen it before,
Did you see?
but I did not explain it before.
So I didn't hear anybody
But to
explain.
enter cloud form, it takes a minute of concentration.
So I will mentally communicate with Belfi and explain to her how to end the spell.
I just kind of whirl around real fast and then like calm down. Like I was, hold on, hey, help. Okay, so
Yeah,
yeah.
because once the spell's cast, it takes a minute to cast, but then you have to transform into it and then transform out of it. But hey, I mean, we could have just left her there the entire time and she could have followed us, and then when the spell faded, just.
Yeah, the spell's about to end anyway. We just traveled most of 8 hours, so.
Yeah, we
So
still have
you able
120.
to take your minute to concentrate, and you're now in your halfling form. All right. What are we doing?
All right,
And
well,
Rock will see you, materialize, figuring this is your first time. Goes, how was that? Was that great or what? Did you do it? Did you go, meow?
I look at you, I look away, I go to a tree and I vomit.
no, well, that's first.
Yeah, this might be appropriate. A lot of aircraft have lunch bags on board for that very thing.
In real life, I get motion sick. It checks out.
I'm gonna go over and cast Lesser Restoration on you.
What's the weather like here in lovely downtown Consti?
The
Or,
snow is not
you know,
quite as thick, but there is a dusting on the ground, and it's still snowing, but not as much as what was snowing up in the mountains. And the weather is not quite as cold as it was up there, but you do feel the chill in the air. Along with, you hear the basic noise and smoke coming from the city.
Are there any big trees around Consti or in Consti?
From your point of view,
Even when I was coming into the city to land, or in towards the city.
Yeah, we have.
with your point of view, you do realize that the city of Consti is definitely a large walled city with a river that bisects it. From your flying around or however angle you look, the gates are guarded, which looks like they inspect people as they come and go. Other than that, you might have noticed some sort of sectors, I guess is the best way to put it. What's the other way? Districts, I guess, is another way to put it for bigger cities. But as far as any trees, you might have seen some smaller trees here and there. Maybe there might have been a park in there.
No tree large enough for
But
tree
you-
stride.
No,
Or not tree
and
stride,
around out here around the city, you do notice that most of the trees have been cleared,
Okay,
so that
makes sense.
the guards on the walls can get a clear view of what's within a certain distance of the city itself.
hmm Well,
Are
not
we
much
in
further
view
yet.
of guards? Like, did they see us just pop up?
He said about a mile away.
Right, but if he can see all of that, I wasn't sure. If,
I mean, from a mile out, a human's not going to see. Pardon me.
Especially if it's
In their
Even
point of
lightly.
view, it may have looked like you guys had just crested a hill when you appeared. So I mean,
Plus a little bit of snow.
just checking.
Yeah.
Checking.
yeah, snow will provide us with light
Well,
obscuration.
since you're asking, I will go ahead and we'll see. No, the guard that was looking your direction didn't. Matter of fact, he's probably fiddling
He's
with.
He's
He's
gonna
got.
lose his job.
He's looking at his coin purse and wondering if he should visit the house
Yeah.
of
Who's
Lady
playing?
Favors later
Really?
tonight or not, and he kind of looks around. Oh, there's people out that way, I think.
Always visit the house of many favors
Where's
if you
that?
can.
A tree. Whatever. So yeah, he's not paying any attention apparently. All right, so what are y'all doing?
All right. Well, let's get headed towards town.
Yep.
Why don't I scout?
Who you
And
gonna scout?
make sure that there's nothing really crazy going on. And I'll come back and tell you if it's safe to just approach.
If you want so.
All right, so you going to move up on the gate first?
I'm going to go invisible
Yep.
using my super cloak, and I'll approach the gate and see what kind of things they're saying to the people that
So
are
as
coming
you
in and
move
out.
up, give me a perception. Actually, give me a stealth first and then a perception.
So I get a bonus on stealth checks. For
I think
being
I get.
invisible?
I think I get disadvantage for not being there.
You have advantage if you go invisible on stealth checks.
Okay, so go ahead and give me the advantage roll. All right. So you think you don't think you're detected. You think you're hidden.
All right. And then I will do the perception check and see if I can hear what the password is.
Okay. As you get closer, this is a decent perception because you're able to get right up on them. There are two guards standing outside the city gates proper. The gate itself is. You can tell it's got a portcullis inside. Looks like a door that'll drop down if need be. That's a little further in, and then in the main door out front is swinging open on hinges like a big double door. It's not a grand opening. Like it's not big sculptures or anything. It's just a functional double door. Two guards out front, and you notice about maybe 6 archers up top, about 40 to 50 feet, let's say 40 feet up. Also in front of the door, above the door, you see these big pots that are set up like they're hanging out over the doorway.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know what those are.
Um,
But I ignore all that stuff.
but they basically, what do you hear? What's your business in town? What are you hailing from? What you selling? What you carrying? It's not like they're strong arming people for any reason. It doesn't sound like they're turning anybody away.
There's
It's
no
just-
toll or anything like that.
No, you're not hearing anybody asking for a toll or nothing. Yeah, they might, check to see what they're actually carrying, make sure they're not bringing in goblins or orcs or something along those lines.
Tieflings? Are they worried about tieflings?
You don't see any tieflings in the line that's trying to get in, so you have no bearing to know on that one.
All right. And I run back to the gang and I go, all right, somebody's got to go get a whole shitload of dimes. I'm kidding around.
Dimes. The hell are dimes?
Did you guys see Blazing Saddles?
Yes.
None of the players have. None of the characters have.
Yeah.
Nor has Rock. All right. So we.
I haven't seen Blazing Saddles in a long time.
That's one of my favorite scenes. So we need to. I just tell the guys, we just need to look like travelers and walk up to the gate, tell them our business. You might. You could either say, we're here to destroy the Lich, or maybe we can just say,
We're traveling and we're looking for rest.
yeah, we need to rest, and we'll visit the bazaar tomorrow. They
Yeah.
like it when you bring commerce to their town.
Well, I do need to do some shopping, actually.
Well, then just be legit.
I'll have Fred tuck his wings under and get on Fred and just have him walk toward the gate.
All right. So you guys make your way towards the gate. What's your marching order?
I'll go first. Let's see if they hate tieflings.
Rock is going to be invisible. He's going to put his cloak up, his hood up, and just follow the party 15 feet behind and penetrate the city unobserved.
If you're going to do that, I'll cast Pass Without a Trace and leave it going. I'm not going to stealth up, but I'll leave Pass Without Trace going. That'll give you a +10 if you're going to be sneaking.
Yeah.
If you
I like
stay
it.
within range of me.
Yep.
Okay, so from my understanding, I have corporal punishment as up front. I guess a little way away from the group. Who's next?
Yes. I'll be next.
All right, following. I know Sergeant Rock's at the very back.
I'll be at the very back, so
All right, and what about the other two halflings?
I mean, if we can stay in the middle and just kind of get through with everybody else, all's the better.
All right, and Dux, are you in halfling form?
Yes.
All right, so as corporal punishment comes up towards the gate, the guards look up at you and said, "Halt!
Hello.
What's your business in town, and where are you hailing from?"
Oh, I'm coming to do some shopping, and I'm coming from Barrymore.
Barrymore. You're a long way from Barrymore, and you're coming from that direction.
Yeah, it's been
There is
a
no
very
trade routes from that direction to Barrymore.
trade routes. I'm
You-
coming to do shopping. I'm not coming to trade.
Well, usually trade routes travel through from one city to the other, and it's the routes people tend to travel on. So,
Oh, I've just been wandering around looking for a city. Actually, I've been lost for quite some time.
well, all right. You have anything to claim? Are you selling anything of your own?
No,
Now, are you?
just looking for a temple and hopefully to do some shopping.
I hate to ask this because you did mention the name of Barrymore. What was your business in Barrymore?
Shopping, pretty much. I just go from town to town looking for shopping and dealing with the temples. I am a paladin.
Okay, give me a persuasion.
Oh, great. I
Not a
suck at
deception
that.
because you're not technically lying, but
No, but I suck at persuasion, so.
that's okay. I rolled a 3. You're fine.
Oh, yay! You suck even more than me. Yay!
Yeah, this guy sucks inside as well. Shopping. Well, I guess everybody's got to have a hobby, right?
Yes, I mean, I travel from temples to temple, but I like to do shopping. Girls like to shop.
Well, I hope you have a very uneventful visit to our humble town. You may enter.
Thank you. Can you tell me where the temples would be?
Temples.
Do you have
Temples.
a temple?
Temples. Let me verify.
Okay.
It is not a huge city like Barrymore is, so give me a second to see if I can locate. Do we have temples? Nope, that's not the temples. I mean, there are some churches around, but we don't have any very large. Yeah, well, I'll take that back. There it is. Yeah, we have a small temple district. It's not got a lot of those fancy ones I'm sure Barrymore has, but we have a few temples in our temple district. That's more of the other side of town. Our town is split up into 5 different districts.
Okay, which side of the river is it on? The river runs through town, right?
Correct. It'll be on the west side of the river.
Okay.
You're
and
currently
where,
on the east side.
and where would the best place to go shopping be?
Well, for that you'll want to go to the. Where is it? Not the dock. You'll want to go up to the upper ward. Most of those merchants like to put their businesses near their homes, so it makes it easier to get back and forth. They're lazy.
Is there a mall?
And is that on the west side or the east side
Do
of the
you
river?
hear something? I heard a voice coming from the dark.
I heard get 'em all, but I don't know what that means.
Oh, okay. So, what was that question, madam?
The shops, are they on the right side or the east side or the west side of the river?
The shops are going to be also over on the west side, just north, I want to say, of the Temple District.
Oh, thank you so much. And is there a place to perhaps bed down for the night?
There's a few taverns inside. I'm sure you go inside, you'll find one not too far away. Look for. Nope, that's not it. That's the name of one of the stores. Well, let's see. There is the Brown Plaster Inn, not too far, probably down the street, about a block or two on the right-hand side. Now, if
Okay,
you
so
don't mind, there's
that's
a,
on the east side of the river, right?
It's on this side, yes. And if you don't mind,
Okay.
there's more people behind you. And
Oh, I know. Thank you so
I'd
much
love
for
to
all your
get these
help.
people in here before the sun goes down. We have to close the gate when the sun hits the horizon.
Thank you very kindly.
She was kind of odd looking, wasn't she? Yeah, we don't. I know I've seen them before, but not many in this town. They're all right. Not all of them are as bad as they look. Well, she seemed all right. She was a paladin, right? She said she was. I don't know if she is or not. Of course, that's the conversation here as you walk by through the doors.
I'm used to it.
Greetings, father?
Hello,
Yes.
Brother Matt. Sorry, actually.
Well,
unless
where
you're
are
my
you
son,
from,
then-
and what is your business here?
Okay, out of character. I'm actually from Nerenthal, right?
Yeah, but they're pretty much asking where you're coming from.
Okay.
Not, I don't care where you were born. I want to know where you're coming from.
Yeah, it's like, well, I'm from the middle of the fucking nowhere woods up that away,
That was
about
out of
several
character.
thousand miles
I
away.
know that.
I'm from Nerenthal. I noticed a storm up north, so I came down to look for some.
What,
Shelter, maybe partake-
All is over on between the.
We came from
continents.
Claro.
What are you coming from now?
Now from up north.
Do you not
That's
know
what I'm
what
saying.
part of up north you are coming from?
Look at the map.
Actually, no. I'm terrible with directions.
Hey, answer me this. Is it true?
What?
There's rumors that there's a dragon flying around up there. Is that true?
There was.
There was.
Yes.
What kind of dragon? I've never seen a
It-
dragon.
It was an undead dragon.
Undead.
And I was part of a group that, matter of fact, these little halflings behind me.
Oh, those are
so-
I'm not
halflings. I thought
standing
they
there
were your
anymore.
children.
There's no halflings behind him.
Oh, there's not? Okay, I don't know where they went, but there was a couple folks.
Wait
that
a minute.
were
Why are
with
there no
me.
halflings behind him anymore? Because you guys said you were his line behind him.
Because as soon as he said we're part of his group, I shadow stepped out of there because I didn't want to be associated with him.
I'm still behind him.
Yeah. So, halflings. Well, I only see the one young lass, and I thought she was your child, but I guess.
And I
Oh,
shadow
yes.
stepped into the town past the guards.
Sorry. I'm off the alcohol a little bit, so my vision gets a little blurred. That's
It's
another reason why-
understandable. It's understandable. I did as much damage as two of me.
Yes.
I try and like puff up a little bit.
If
I bet
you
you did.
need to tell folks that are leaving, the dragon has been dispatched. He will no longer be a plague of the north.
Well, I'm sure there'll be some folks who'll be very pleased with that, but we haven't had any trade with Claro in quite a while, so I don't know.
Oh, you probably won't have any.
Why is that?
It was kind of destroyed.
You
You
destroyed
might want to
Claro.
send a repopulation.
No.
No.
I first went to Colro to try to find shelter, and we found it destroyed. And then we saw the dragon, and then we killed the dragon, and then came down here to find more shelter. Is there any guard captains or anything that I should relay this to?
No.
Boss.
I'll pass it on during
Okay.
shift change about the dragon. Just you and the little halfling took care of the dragon.
Yep. With me being a cleric and it being undead, it had a hard time.
Give me
dealing
a
with my
deception check.
presence.
See as how this is a deception.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I rolled a 13, so you're fine.
I think
Then
about-
by all means, just go on in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You could have mentioned the
I put
demon.
my hand on my rapier and saunter in behind me, like I own the place.
All right, and after you get through the door, I guess Dux is hiding in the shadow over there by the door frame.
Hiding, not more just like, leaning against the house, just like, hey, guys, what's up?
So greetings, and what brings you here? You're a shifter, right?
Yeah. I'm with the rest of them that just went through. We all just got done up in Claro.
You're with the halfling and the old man.
Yeah.
He said he slayed the dragon on his own.
Oh, you believed him?
Yeah, I guess he sounded very convincing.
Yeah. No. Yeah, we were making our way up there, and
Persuasion.
I'm not gonna be able to do it, but I can try.
I've been rolling real good, so you sure?
I'm gonna go ahead and put guidance on myself for that persuasion, because that is a -1.
All right. So,
And a
yeah,
D4.
you're convincing enough. I mean, I rolled a 7.
While
But
he's
yeah.
doing that, I'm casting guidance on myself and I'm sneaking through using the distraction that Surge is causing by talking to these guys to just dash through.
You would know casting a spell
Would
would drop your invisibility.
Yes, it would.
But you're still near me, and I still have Pass Without a Trace going.
So what you just rolled is a 32.
Yes.
Well, he didn't say he was casting a spell. He said, I'm going to use the distraction that Surge is giving so I can dash through.
Well,
Well,
he
he did
did
say
mention
something about
guidance.
mentioning casting guidance
Oh,
on himself. And
guidance.
yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
cast guidance. I just use the pass without trace.
So
to
yeah, with
sneak
a
on
32, you were able to sneak past without any. Well, you know what? Let me verify that. Yeah, I rolled a 2. So you're good. You are able to sneak past the guards as they're talking to Surge. So tell me about this dragon.
Yeah, it was said it was sent up there by its master, and it was this ancient undead white dragon.
So it was white. Yeah, the old man wouldn't tell us what color it was. We asked because we've never seen one before, and it was undead, and they killed it.
Yeah, it froze everything up there. It was it had a bunch of these little white kobold follower things up there as well.
Those are the little lizard guys, right?
Yeah, they're about normally yay high, about as high, just a little bit shorter than that halfling up there.
I've seen 2 of those.
Yeah.
Yes. One came through with a group of others. What was it?
Yeah.
I believe there was a weird-looking, emo-looking human-looking person, and then there was a gaunt-looking human.
Really?
And I think there was a Goliath with them as well. And of course, that was the one group. Another little one came through. He was all, I think they call it albino, but he
Yeah.
smelled awful. Every time he waved that brown arm of his, it knocked my head off. He said he was looking for his friend, and he described the other one, so we let him on in.
Yeah, that's what they said up there. There was one survivor that didn't survive because the dragon had destroyed almost all the buildings and had collapsed this one on top of him, and we couldn't quite save him in time.
Oh, what a shame! They were pretty good. Trade town for hunting and furs and such.
Yeah, he had said that they had left up there about a month ago, and that
Yeah, it's been
second
about that long.
kobold, that second kobold had made his way through not long after, following for the other. So, yeah.
Well,
I
I'm
can't
sorry.
remember.
I've got more people to bring in before the sun goes down, as I told the strange woman with the horse a little while ago. So, head on in. What was your name again? I did not think I caught that.
Yeah, my name's Serge. Do you know any possible enchanters in this city?
Honestly, I don't. But then again, I'm never given a chance to go and get anything enchanted. I'm sure there's one in there somewhere. I'm sure you can find them. Ask around. I told one of the others that came through before you. The Brown Plaster Inn is right down the road on the right-hand side. You can probably go in there and ask questions. Maybe find out if there's an enchanter or something nearby.
All right, I appreciate that.
Well, as long as you don't cause any trouble in our town, we won't have no issues. So you have a good night.
Yeah, you too. Take care. And I'll head in.
You head on in.
That was easy.
It's as if it's not really concerned with who comes in as long as you behave while you're here.
Yeah. It's like, okay, firestorm right now. I don't have that prepared. I have regenerate, so I literally can't hurt anyone with that spell.
Unless they're undead, right?
It doesn't say anything about hurting the undead.
We do know somebody that has a wand of fireballs. How many charges did they get back this morning?
Because you didn't break it. I guess, I could, with my 7th level spell slot, cause some damage. I do have Wall of Fire that do 8d8.
Or we could just secure some lodgings.
This
and
is
get
all out of
happy.
character.
I'd be more concerned with the halfling with the bead, the necklace of fireballs.
And Beads of Force.
I mean, how many beads of fireball do you have left? See?
Still plenty.
Good. Yeah, plenty enough to cause
Hard to
damage.
think that place we just
I
left
think
that
it's-
was
I
ruined.
have 4. Let me look.
All right,
But-
so what are y'all doing?
So, yeah, if we all meet each other. Apparently the brown plaster inn is up on the right side. Up here
Yeah,
somewhere.
that's what they told me.
And that there may be some place to find some shopping or something along them lines.
You know what
I
I
was-
would love?
I was told the temples and the shops are all on the west side of the river, but the brown plaster inn's on the east side of the river.
I would
Apparently-
love.
They have like 5 districts that are split up between east and west.
Yeah. I was thinking, instead of, doing what we did last time and just helping that fella out in the room, we might go to a temple and see if they wouldn't mind us reincarnating them there. That might be a little bit better than the middle of nowhere room and having someone scream.
Yeah, I'm not sure what temples they have. He said they have a much smaller temple district than Barrymore, so I don't know.
I do need to rewind a little bit because there was part of a conversation I forgot to bring into play during Brother May's conversation with the guard.
Oh, okay.
Yes. When you mentioned that it's a halfling walking with you and not one of your children, he kind of sighs a little bit as if it's a relief that it wasn't a child you were trying to bring into the city.
Because all the kids in this area have been going missing. We learned that information back.
So I just wanted to bring that up, that you do notice a visible sigh of relief from him whenever you mention that this is not a kid you're bringing with you, that this is actually a halfling.
Is there an issue if it was my child?
No, just I'd say caution and watch over them very carefully, because the City Watch are unable to do so, but children have been frequently coming up missing.
Well, funny you mentioned that.
You've been taking them?
No.
All right,
We're
guys.
actually-
This is the dude we're looking for.
Hold on. I'm actually. We are all actually heard about the situation. That
That's
was
the
what-
3 of you,
what-
right?
Yes, we are trying to hunt down who is actually taking them. We've gotten information that it was apparently tied to a lich. So we came here to see if we can find more information and possibly bring the children back.
Well, I wish you luck. I had a friend of mine who lost his daughter a few weeks ago.
Mind if I get his name? Maybe I could talk to him, see if he can give me additional information from that night.
He's not with us anymore.
Oh. Maybe his wife?
No, I'm sorry.
Okay.
She was their world, and when she was missing and could not be found, I don't want to get into too much detail as far as what happened next.
I can understand that. I'm a father myself. But I'm brother man, not father man. Just
You mentioned that a moment ago, yes.
I'm a father myself, but not that type of father.
Well, and then of course, we'll finish out the rest of. That's just the addition to the conversation you had at the front gate. That I neglected to point out the sigh of relief when you mentioned this wasn't a child. So you make your way to the brown plaster.
Yeah.
All right.
Do we get a description on what this looks like?
Brown
No,
plaster?
They just said it was a
I,
little ways up the road.
No, you didn't get a description, but with the name, you might already have one.
And it's on the right side of the road, so.
So, let's see. All right, so it doesn't take you very long. You get about a block down the road, and you see a brown, almost kind of rundown looking tavern. The walls are all some weird plaster type texture. For those of the modern world, it's stucco, but and it's got a big sign on it. Says the Brown Plaster Inn.
And Rock comments right away. It's not plaster, that's stucco.
All right.
What's stucco?
Yeah, as I walk past you, I look up and you say the strangest things.
Feels like you're stuck on something, Rock.
I touch the
I
wall.
guess call it.
And it feels
I'm not sticking.
when you touch it, it's kind of rough to touch. It's almost it's like rock, but you can tell that it's not, like
Oh,
it's
so
solid rock.
thick-headed.
You know what? I don't right care what the building's made out of if there's a warm bed, food, and ale.
And you catch a little bit of music coming from inside as you get close,
What time is it now?
just before complete sunset.
Oh, okay.
Right. Time for dinner.
All right.
Go inside and go to the bartender and I order a meal.
Okay, so as soon as you step in the door,
Ooh, I'm going right with him.
who's the first one in the door?
I guess ducks.
Ducks it is. So as soon as you step through the doorway, Ducks, you get this wave of heat in your face. And you notice on the other side of the room there is a roaring fire in a fireplace.
Unbutton the coat.
You see there's a few other patrons in here, not a whole lot. It's got a bar with what you would probably describe as an elf behind the counter. Female elf behind the counter. There's also a little dwarf kind of walking around between the tables. You see, let's see, there's a big stag's head above the fireplace, a couple bottles in the back, and probably about 6 tables. Nothing right up against the wall, but just kind of spread out on the floor. Just find you a seat anywhere, she hollers from behind the bar.
Is there a table large enough for our whole party?
You see a spot where you can probably drag 2 together.
I'm gonna go over there and start pulling on I guess probably where the seat is to try and pull chairs over to get everything together.
Hold on, lass. I'll help you out with that. And the dwarf comes up beside you and starts dragging the table over. You got a big group, I see.
Yes, a big hungry group if I'm any indication of it, and I would love some ale, please.
Ale.
Yes, ale. Did I stutter?
Oh, no, you did not stutter.
I have coin. I want ale. It's been a long time,
halfling.
please.
Oh, it's a dry town.
Oh,
Oh.
halfling. Thank you very much for
Yes.
elaborating that. We've not had any wee folk around here other than your dwarves for quite a while. Children or halflings or otherwise. Yes, ale coming right up. What about the rest of you fine ladies and gentlemen? And seeing as how I'm hearing a voice asking for something off in the distance without any view. Sergeant Rock, did you ask for something?
No.
You're still invisible. Why I'm trying to make sure you knew that.
Yeah, he's not gonna. He's staying quiet. He's kind of observing from a place where he won't get bumped into by anybody, making sure nothing.
All right, so
untoward
give
is
me
gonna
a
happen.
Can I
perception
get 2
check
mugs
on
of
you.
ale, please?
I was gonna say.
2 mugs. I guess you're one of them double
Do we get
fisters.
to order more?
I
than
lied. I like that in a lot of people. Us dwarves, we do that all the time. Of course, our mugs are a lot bigger than others. Very good. So, ale, 2 ales, an ale for you. How about you, gentlemen, and of course you, lady, myself.
I'm actually still outside. I'm looking for a safe place for Fred to be.
You see a place where the tie horse is up in front of the door, like a saloon style.
Okay, I'll tell him, hey, stay here and let me know if anything happens.
He-
I'm gonna go inside and try to get some food for us.
Shakes his head and sits right there.
I'll walk inside and go, okay.
Oh. Greetings. Welcome to the Round Plastered Inn. Just find you a spot to sit anywhere. I'll be with you in a second. I gotta take
I
care of these folks.
stand on the chair and I wave at you enthusiastically
Oh,
Very
she's,
excited
she's with you
to be
guys.
inside somewhere.
Yes.
Well, that explains why you pulled two tables together.
Surrounded by
Yeah,
non-humans,
I
I am, or not only humans, I should say. I am so happy.
So, what can I get for the three of you?
I will take a tea and let's order a couple meat plates for the table.
Meat plates, tea.
Get some medicine.
Is there a certain kind of tea you would like?
He wants Earl Grey.
What is Earl Grey, and why does he have a name on tea?
Just simple, plain.
Okay, well,
Tea.
I will check with Pruthana and see if she has any tea in the back. We've not had anybody order that in quite a while, so yes, little one.
We don't get the tea.
He ordered 2 L's. I want 2 L's.
You want 2 ales as well?
I'll
Yes.
stick with just one.
Just one
Oh,
for you.
well, can I get some extra?
And how about you, my
Two, maybe.
lady? What would you like?
Do you have hot chocolate?
What is this hot chocolate?
Never mind. How about raw meat? Do you have raw meat?
Well, yeah. Before we throw it on the grill, it's usually raw. You
I
what?
would
Your
I would like raw meat, please.
raw meat. Sure. It's all costs the same whether I cook it or not. All right.
Fantastic.
So, I'll be back. He storms off towards the back, and you hear him grumbling, "Raw meat and hot chocolate, what the... and tea. Prathana, is there any tea? Tea?
Did none of you guys order dry toast
I've not heard
or
of.
chicken?
I've not had anybody order tea in quite a while, but yes, I'll go get some tea out of my reserves, and I guess you can serve it to the gentleman." And she goes to the back, pulls out a box, and pulls something out of it and hands it to him. Now be sure to steep the water properly this time. I know how to boil water. Leave me alone. All right, storms off in the back. A few minutes later, comes out with a meat tray, 2 big ales for each one of the halflings. Your tea. And he hands you a steaming mug that's got some similar of a little sack sitting in it with a string off of the edge.
Okay. No.
There's
So,
not-
tea.
What, is there anything else we can do for you? What brings you to our fine establishment this evening?
Well, I'm looking for trade and a temple, maybe, depending.
Temple
Is there a
District,
temple of life, maybe,
Tem-
around here?
Temple of Life.
Some sort, you know?
Let me go back to my religions.
Yeah, because I brought it up, but I wasn't sure.
Temple of Life. Where's my religions?
Because there's, if you're going off the ones you made, there's Sephirim, goddess
Yes.
of near and aura of all life.
We have a small temple to Zephyrum. There's also Potentia. Lord knows we don't let Azrael's temple come into town. We also have a temple of the 12.
Do you have
Um,
a temple to Naturalis?
Naturalis, yes. There is a temple to Naturalis as well.
How about the Order of the Married Men?
Do not know what that means, but if they're part of the Naturalis, maybe they're there.
It's a field of white with a bloody sword pointed down with
I
black
have
wings.
no idea. I
Okay,
believe Profundus has also got a small temple up there as well. The only ones that people tend to ask for is Tenebris and Azrael. We don't have temples for them here.
I think Naturalis might be a good place for us, sir.
Also, Exetium is not got a temple there either. Yeah, so
Okay.
it's mainly some of the goodly gods, if you know what I mean. So, other than that, is there anything else I might be able to help you with?
Did they give us normal size ales or did they like dumb it down for that?
Oh, no.
You got a Cuban coffee.
Yeah,
Well, we all got a
I'm
normal
just
coffee.
checking. So I
The
pick
mug's
it up
like as big as our
and
heads.
just I've had a hell of a week, so I'm
Yeah,
just
pretty much.
So, yeah.
So this is what you look like.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Oh, adorable.
it's like you guys got your ales, got my ale.
Yeah. That's you.
So I have my two mugs, and I slide one surreptitiously towards the edge of the table and start drinking from the other one.
Yeah, I'm just drinking both.
Yeah. So, is there anything else I can do for you?
We may need some rooms for the night.
Some rooms. We have a few
I'll
rooms
use a
available.
room after this for sure.
The rooms are, we'll say, 2 gold per room, but they do include breakfast in the morning.
What kind of breakfast?
It's a thing we call bacon and eggs, my dear.
Is there a place for horses?
Bacon.
Unfortunately, the only stables nearby are the ones close to the front gate. They don't let us stable animals too far in town. But, I can have somebody check on your mount outside periodically if you wish. Would you like some food taken out to the mount? Some straw or some hay? Or
Well,
some
no,
oats?
actually, I feed him, and I usually sleep with him. So,
Ooh, I wouldn't suggest sleeping outside this evening. I hear it's supposed to get real cold.
well, that's why. If there are stables, could I take him there and sleep with him there?
Well, I mean, you sleep with the stables of the horses if you want to. I'm not going to stop you. But
Okay.
like I said, the stables are back a block towards the outside the gate. Oh, not outside the gate. They're on the just inside the gate to the east.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So did you see my perception check of 20 there? And I put some other comments.
Yeah, I saw your perception check of 20 there. Let me get back down to the city since I've moved it around.
We been in here 10 minutes yet?
Yeah, you've been here for longer than 10 minutes.
I am almost on my first ale.
Well, here's what I'm thinking, everyone. Instead of doing what we did last time, since we have more people, I was thinking of maybe going to a temple to do this whole thing
Okay.
to, bring him back.
So,
Well, that's why I think Naturalis would be a good choice.
Yeah, because that's the goddess
That's the-
I'm under.
Life and nature one.
I guess then you're done with me. I can move on, right?
No, we want you staying right there.
Well, I would like to
I was
welcome you
gonna
to
say.
I'd like to welcome you to my establishment. If you do need anything, I am Rick Fire Glimmergaunt. Just let Prothana know you need something, and then I'll get with you.
I don't know if I'm going to need it, but I might want a third. And I'm trying to
How
move
many
on.
rooms?
Accent a little bit.
Well,
as I'm checking.
we have 5 available, and they're 2 gold a piece for a night.
Okay. I'll toss
Do
them
we
to
want
Rob.
to? I was gonna say, do we want to share rooms, or do we want to take all 5?
I'll be in the stables, so I don't need
Yeah.
a
So
room.
there's
I'd take that.
me.
We have
Rock, ducks,
6
may
usually,
I-
but we only have 5 available right now. We have another guest staying this evening.
So 3 rooms. How's that sound?
Um,
Mix and match, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
no better than me. We'll do
Yeah.
what 2, 2, 3. Yeah, we'll do
Oh,
3.
and granted, your friend there is a little topsy-turvy at the moment, but keep an eye on
I'm
it.
fine.
I'm
Do you
just
have like an empty bale that you might set next to her?
an empty bale.
Pale.
Pale. I'm
Pale.
sorry. You've got a weird accent there, my friend, and it's kind of hard to understand it from time to time.
Bring
No,
Monsieur-
I don't have any empty pails. There is a spit bucket over there, so if she does decide to get sick, just have her stick her head in it.
Oh, that'll get her sick.
Well,
do
I'm
you-
sure by the time she needs to use it, she will not care what's already in it.
Yeah. How do you spell his name?
Rick
Watch out for
Fire,
backsplash.
Ricfire, Glimmergaunt, Glimmergaunt. And he
Okay, got it.
introduced the woman behind the counter as Pruthana.
Prothana.
Pruthana.
Okay. Perfect.
Now you'll
All right.
notice he called it his place, but he's the one working the tables while she's behind
Mhm.
the bar.
Yeah.
Passive insight, or do you want me to roll to? See if
Passive
he's-
insight is just he's one of those that likes to know his customers. He doesn't want to be stuck behind a bar.
Okay.
You
It's
think
not
they're
his place,
married?
but it's her place.
Oh, it's his place.
Yeah. Yeah. I gotcha. I
But
was just
he
making
likes
sure he
to-
wasn't one of them.
He's one of those like the maitre d that comes out and is like friendly with everybody that comes through the door.
Yes.
That's That's the kind of guy this dwarf is.
Cool, cool.
First,
Oh, I was thinking they might be married, and
Yep.
she made him do the service.
Nope.
All
Nope, they
right.
are not.
So,
married.
so I
You know-
take it didn't see anything unusual while he wandered around the place.
No, the only thing you did notice maybe is as soon as y'all came in, sat down, and started talking, a person in the tavern was kind of, with your 20 perception, cocking an ear your direction, and that's about all you noticed.
All right. He didn't then run over to a phone and drop a dime and
No,
Call the-
she didn't go anywhere. She just sat there at the bar and was listening.
all right. And then Rock will eventually find an opportunity to sneak into the bathroom and then drop his hood and then come out like he's been in the place all the time. Join his friends at the table.
Okay, so
So yeah, I'm kind of wondering, if going to these places tonight, since we still have so much time left, really, it just seems to be getting darker here now, a little earlier. It's that time of year,
Yeah.
But because we could get this all knocked out tonight, and then they could find a place to hold up, and then figure themselves out.
But
It's-
you want to do all the reincarnating tonight?
I mean, it's been 8 hours since we left the bunker. Maybe we spent 2 hours there ish. We still have another 6 before we can even go to sleep, technically,
with that,
according to the
you
rules.
don't actually notice.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Well, with the storm coming in, they may have already buckled down for the night. I don't know.
well, the storm's 400 miles behind us. This is just a little, snow and whatnot going on right now. To
Okay.
do everything I want to do, it's going to take me about 3 hours.
Yeah, let's.
I
If
could
you want,
drink a bit of ale in that time.
Well, I mean, I guess I could see if any of the shops are open in the meanwhile.
Because it's getting
Rocks.
dark and they're going to close at dark doesn't mean the shops are going to close at dark.
Right.
What's
Rock
wrong?
sees what the Hobbit's been drinking and says, I'll have what she's having.
Wait, and I push one of the
And
mugs
then,
towards Rock. I was saving your
Oh.
place.
And then he kind of goes over the table, but then he just takes the mug and he goes, look, 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 look. More.
I like him. Let's do that one.
Would you like another one, lad?
Oh, yes, please fill this one up. I hand him a tankard.
Yeah, well, how about I get you a fresh one?
Okay.
So you'll take your empties back in the back, come back a few minutes later with a fresh mug. I'm taking it the last one like a third one.
Wait. I'm keeping the empty.
Have the meat plates.
Oh, that's your mug.
Oh, that, yeah.
Yeah. I'm playing a game here. So,
Rock can't
yeah,
get
I'll
drunk
be
if he
drinking
uses his
quite a
mug.
lot.
I forgot about that.
Yep.
Oh crap!
I just remembered that. He can drink all night long because Rock doesn't have to go to sleep. He can just get drunk, but it's never going to happen.
That will be a fun drinking contest.
By the
there,
way,
Rock.
that'll be,
Bye.
we'll say 2 silvers, 1 silver per mug of ale, if you don't mind.
Oh, I'll keep
But yeah,
track and I'll get you paid.
copy that. I understand we got a tab running for you, and I'll let you know at the end of the night what your tab is. Or I can just tack it on to your bill for the rooms.
tack it on the bill for the room.
Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah, do that.
Yeah.
I mean, I can take care of it tonight before I try and go find the temple.
Well,
that I'm
you were
looking for.
asking about the temple district. I told you what temples were there, but I didn't tell you where it was at.
Yeah, that's what I was going to come up and ask after drinking. and
Yeah, I
whatnot.
just know that
but-
it's on the west side of the river, and then the shops are behind them.
Yes, what you have to go through the dock wards. There's a bridge that's it's about midway through the city. It's tall enough for the ships to get under. But you go over that, and if you go to the north, you'll hit the merchant district, which is where all the hoity-toity rich people
upper
tend to
ward.
live. Yes, the upper ward. And then, of course, you go towards the southeast or southwest. That'll be the temple district, and you should be able to find a couple of your temples there.
All right, awesome. I appreciate that. And I'm gonna.
And,
This should cover for the night, but let me know if it doesn't for all the drinking, and I'm gonna hand him a platinum.
all right, and what we'll do is we'll go ahead and take a good.
Straight to the plutonium.
He tests that platinum, make sure it's real. We're gonna take a break.
Hopefully, it is.
So that because it's 9 o'clock, we'll go ahead and take ourselves about a 10-minute break for bathroom drinks and so forth. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're with us now, just hang around. We'll be right back.
I'll be back. Oh, that's
All right, and we're back. I think we left off with everybody having a nice drink and a meal in a tavern. Sergeant Ross was looking around before he decided to fake that he had already been there all night and come back in. But while Sergeant Rock was standing there keeping an eye out, somebody in the tavern was kind of keeping their ear open to whatever you guys are discussing. After a little while, as you're drinking your drinks, and I guess Belfie is 2 drinks in, decides to hug the third one and
It's-
continue to,
It's safe and warm.
yeah.
You
And
want to
Sergeant,
be,
Sergeant Rock continues to down them left and right without a worry in the world of being
Oh,
drunk.
he seems to be getting a little drunk, but he's just faking it.
Would Belfie feel like getting undrunk if she got too drunk?
She's probably going to slow down. Don't worry.
Well, no. If you get absolutely shit faced, I can undrunk you.
Hmm.
Sergeant Rock's Foster Brooks imitation is pretty crappy.
He is a hilarious guy.
After
He
a
does
little
a
while,
great job.
what kind of conversation are you guys having at the table?
Basically the whole finding a temple, you know, and
And then
instead
tomorrow,
of. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
I was just gonna say, and I'm bringing up the fact that tomorrow I would like to find the guard, captain of the guards, talk to him about these missing children, and see what leads they may have, and all that.
Mhm.
Okay, so
I'm asking about
after,
tattoos.
after your conversation gets to the point where you're talking about these missing children,
Uh-uh.
that individual in the room that had their ear open, kind of listening, gets up and makes their way towards your table. Would you care to describe what you look like, Fallon?
Well, I have dark hair and I am currently wearing a red, almost scale like dress that reaches the floor.
Human, dwarf, elf, halfling, dragonborn.
I look pretty human, but I'm a Kalishtar. I think that's how you say it, right?
Yeah, that's how you pronounce it, I believe.
Oh,
They
You're a
look
what?
fairly human.
Kalishtar.
Kalishtar.
It's a
Okay, I
human.
thought she said shark. That's why I was like, what? What?
Oh yeah, she's a shark, land
Yeah.
shark,
A Kalishark? What the hell is that?
grandbaby shark. Do 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 do.
And baby.
I will never get out of my head.
Wasn't supposed to. So she comes walking toward. Well, however, she comes walking towards your table. As soon as she hears you mention something about missing children.
Yes, can I help you?
I hear you're looking for the missing children.
Yes. And you are?
Oh, my name is Melina.
Ah, Melina. I am Brother Man, and these are my companions. Feel free to introduce yourselves, guys, if you
I
like.
just look big-eyed as I'm drinking from my mug.
Sergeant Rock. Right
Is
here.
that a kid drinking alcohol?
Halfling, and she hates humans, apparently.
All right then.
I'm Serge.
Nice to meet you.
So, please have a seat. Tell
Ducks,
us what you know about
waves.
these missing children.
Now, do you want to do it? So say, she informs you she doesn't know much about the missing children as far as where they're at, but she is actually doing the same thing. She was tasked with trying to find the missing children herself. A friend of hers, younger, street urchin, had disappeared. That had been helping her out with some of her missions, I guess, or her quests that she's had in the past. And she decided to start looking into the disappearances right after he disappeared. So that's what she's here for. The same reason, to try to find these children, or find out what's happening to these children.
Okay, so who do you work for? Is that what I understood? That whoever she works for is sent her here, or is she doing this on her own accord?
This is on her own accord. The child helped her out with her jobs that she's had in the past. Now, who do you work for? Who would you say you work for?
Oh, me?
Melina.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
The Silent Monks. I've heard of them.
Sure hope it isn't Form Tenebris. I got a problem with that outfit.
Just I mostly am self-employed and I do a few things for a benefactor.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Sounds a little sure. You need to tell me it's not Form Tenebris.
Forum Tenebris is the Black Network. You are not a member of that, so
Most certainly is not.
All right. Well, sounds like we're on a similar quest here. Might as well join forces.
You hear me mumble into my mug, great, more humans, because if you look like a human, that's what I think.
Well, these are human.
Well, you'll be pleased to know I am not human.
Cock an eyebrow. Right, then what are you?
I am a Kalstar.
Is that new to anybody else, or is that just a here thing?
I've heard of them before, and she does seem to fit some of the peculiar features of them. But yeah, Kalistar tend to appear more human, but they do have some features that differentiate from them.
Sergeant Rock is here. She's from Madagascar. Whatever. Yeah.
Madagascar? I
Yeah,
don't know where that is either. I don't know what I'm meant for this world, and I
Yeah.
drink more.
let's see if I can actually find it on here.
But yeah, so what do you have plans for then? Are you going to be looking around the city, or because we got a couple things we're still going to do today?
Now, you just arrived here yourself this evening from the other side of town. And as you were asking questions and searching around, you knew that the last group of children that had recently been taken, probably about a week or so ago, was in this district. And your information gathering has garnered the fact that they disappearing inside a walled city out of locked doors at night.
These children, has it always been this ward, or has it affected the rich as well?
From your information gathering, you've determined that there is no differential. Just young children being taken. Doesn't matter if they're rich, poor, street urchins. They seem to disappear all the same. Even some of the the richer families have lost children, even under their magically protected buildings or homes. The children somehow come up missing.
Is there any correlation between them with maybe date of birth or sex or hair color?
No, just age.
Are there
How old are they?
Are there kids that are not being grabbed?
The only children that, from the investigation, from any rumors you may hear, come from the fact that most of the children that reach more of an adult age are overlooked. The range in children is everywhere from newly born to just before adult age. So there is no rhyme or reason, just the children themselves are being taken for whatever reason that is.
No matter the race.
No matter the race.
Okay.
Is it, as far as volume goes, is it like half the kids are missing now, or 10%, or 80%?
That's information she doesn't know yet.
How about information on the...
Mind you, she got here just as you did, so she's not going to have any...
Okay.
You guys are going to have to look
okay.
for more information together.
Yeah, we might look for ask some of the locals. There's people here in the bar.
Yeah.
Right,
But-
well, did you already get a room secured for yourself for the evening?
Yes, you did.
But only
Good.
3 of them.
Sit down, grab an ale if you want.
Not much of a drinker.
Grab a water, I don't care.
Would you like some of this tea?
No, thank you. I'm not very thirsty.
All right then.
Insight check.
Ah, lass, I take it you're with this group now, are you?
Does
I
she
am.
seem thirsty?
For now.
Seems like our goals align for the time being.
So are you still not hungry or thirsty yet, lass?
No, sir.
Alright, well, if you wish for something to drink or to eat, just please flag me down and I'll take care of it for you.
Thank you.
You're awfully chitter-chatter to the patrons of your bar. Have you heard any additional rumors or information about these missing children?
Are you here for the missing children?
We are going to investigate and see why this is going on.
It's
Well,
happened.
And
the city watches seem to be stumped on it. We don't have what you'd call a wizard of any sorts here. We're just, a simple town. Magic's not one of our big strong suits here, but the city watches investigated, and from what the rumors are saying, they're taking him in the dead of the night, and no sign of any break or what's the word I'm looking for? Forced entry. And it's happened here. It's happened up in the merchant district.
does it seem to happen every fortnight or anything along those lines?
You're looking for a pattern.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, it seems to be. If I'm not mistaken, they said it was every 7th day.
And when was the last child taken?
I believe the last one that we heard was taken from a rich merchant. Well, no, there was one here, wasn't there? Ah, yes, the laundry lass down the street. Her daughter was taken, I say, about 5 or 6 days ago.
And how long has this been going on?
Oh my, it's been going on for at least all night, a month or more.
Oh, so not that long. So it's
You're
not
not
like
the first ones to
hundreds-
come through asking about it. There was another group that came through here looking, asking questions about missing children. Apparently, Claybo was missing some children up there and brought it to their attention. So it's been going on in this district for this region for quite some time. We're sure it's those damned fools over in Barrymore taking them and turning them into slaves like they do everybody else.
But so it's not like hundreds of kids have gone missing, just maybe a dozen or two.
I don't
Still-
keep a consensus on how many children we have in town, but the streets used to be full of them playing their different kind of games, but not seen another one in the last few weeks.
Well,
And those that are still here, the parents are trying to keep them as locked up in a secret as possible.
I
Were
don't.
they taken out of their homes, or were they taken when they were outside their
No,
homes?
they were taken out of their homes while they're asleep in their beds.
Okay, that's kind of like what they said on the island.
Yes, we traveled from an island called Azul.
I don't know the place. I've been here most of my life or over in the mountains with my clan.
It's an island to the south of here. They as well are missing children.
Mm.
So I don't think it's Barrymore.
That seems to be all over the world,
Yes.
wherever the lich goes.
Lich? What do you mean lich, lass?
Never mind.
Since I'm kind of tipsy, I'll just start throwing out words like, drunk. No, wait, dead. No, wait, undead. Drunken undead? Something like that.
It's a bad dude.
I think maybe she's had a bit too much.
I
Yeah.
pulled the mug closer to me. I think I've had just enough of what's been going on. Thank you.
Yeah, you might have to excuse her. When we found her, she wasn't in a good state.
Anybody up for a game of chance? And I pull out my dagger.
Not a good idea.
I'd really rather not use that spell right now. I have other plans for it.
I'll take you up on it.
Chop a finger.
Yeah.
I'll fix it tomorrow.
What are the stakes?
Your fingers.
I mean, really, it's just to see who can go the longest.
Ah,
I
you
think
go
it's
first
time
then.
to feed Fred. How about that?
The friend
Hey, lass, I
profession-
got some oats for you over there by the bar. I put them to the side just in case you're interested in them. Because you said you wanted to feed your horse yourself.
Oh, oats on his raw meat. That he'll like that. Thank you.
Oh, the raw meat's for the horse. I thought it was for you.
Oh yeah, I ate my fill. The rest is for him.
To each their
That's
own, I
not-
suppose.
Most horses are not carnivorous.
Not all the horses I've met in the past are carnivorous, but you know,
Fred's a little different,
sounds like it.
A
but
lot.
I'm sure he'll enjoy the oats.
Sure. Any more questions?
I'm just gonna talk with them, try to get a list of names of people whose kids went missing, so I can talk to them in the morning, kind of get a general location where they are.
Alright, kids missing. Let's see. There was the sea skipper last down there at the bench lost her child, and there was Ravarath lost hers. Then there was that rich folk up in I think it was the Shieldhearts up there in the merchant district that lost their child as well. It's a long list, my friend. I don't know all of them.
All right. So, Shield House
Yes.
in Rich
That's-
District.
That's one of the shops.
No. Well, you thought you went outside. No, Shield
sorry.
House. It's Chrysona Shieldheart. She. Well, her family owns the local brothel. Not that she's a what's the word I'm looking for to kind of be
Vendor?
nice. Is not that she's one of the
Vendor? Purveyors.
yeah, I suppose purveyor might be a good word for it. It's an easy word. She just owns the building in which they work out of.
Lady of the Night.
What was the address of that building?
But it's on the high end. It's
Wow.
up in the merchant district. It's between the actual storefronts and the houses up there. Yeah, up where the
Rock is
hoity-toity
taking
people
notes.
tend to live.
Right.
Well, Rock, if you happen to meander that way tonight, see if you can find any information. See if she'll tell you if
course.
anything.
Not
Another
sure
way-
he's really going to look for information.
Well, yeah, there might be a variety of things coming up, as it were.
Well, I'm sure your hour with her, you have about 58 minutes that you can spend getting information.
Well, I mean, it's a bit much there, don't you think?
Right.
Maybe a 59?
I-
So,
I'll see
what
what-
other questions would you like to ask this gentleman while you're standing here? He's actually pulled up a chair, sat down. He's kind of drinking an ale, looks
Oh.
around to make sure nobody else needs his
Yeah, very
assistance.
perfect.
I would ask
You
you
haven't
if there's
lost
a
any-
tattoo parlor around.
I'm sorry, what was that last?
Do you have an ink master?
Ink Master.
A purveyor of needles. A fun, will tattoo you when drunk friend.
Oh yeah, that guy right there, and I point straight at Ducks.
Here, yeah, she wants tattoos kind of like these.
Oh, you're looking for a body artist, are you? Aye.
Oh, look, no more. I can help you out with that.
I mean, I
I'd
don't.
like someone with some skills, if you don't mind.
Hey, you haven't seen my work.
I
Show me
heard
that.
I heard of one down by the dock district once before. There's a couple of them sailors come through and they like to get ink done on their bodies.
don't
Are you
like
looking
one.
for a specific one? You want a good one, bad one, or? I mean,
Do
what-
I want a bad one? Is that really something people say? I would like a bad tattoo.
Well, I heard of this one tattoo artist down in Barrymore that would literally
Yeah.
do stick people on person's back and say it was good art.
We met that guy.
And
Oh,
apparently, some of
why
them
would you
drunk
do that?
sailors actually thought it was good.
So I'm trying to figure out what this dock district is doing in Consti.
Well, we have a river that runs through our town, so you see, some of our trade comes upriver from the coast down near the harbour. So we
Okay,
have
so
the
the
river is not a small river, my friend. It's rather large and rather deep in spots. So we have boats that come up. Granted, they can't go any further than our docks because it does start to get a little more shallow further up north. But they come up and they bring trade goods up. It's not like a port city like Barrymore or what's that other Netherfier? Is that Netherfier? Is that the name of the port city down there in Costa Rica?
yep.
But it's not like those kind of docks. It's more of a smaller ships docks kind of deal. It's still our dock district. We put boats
I
there.
guess in this same river, if it's such a major navigation way, goes through Comneyor as well.
I
I do believe it does run along that lines. If I'm not mistaken, I have not lived, gone any further south than here, but if I'm not mistaken, the river does run through that particular descent, at least close to it.
Does anybody here remember Belor?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Nothing you wouldn't know.
Well,
Right,
I mean,
so-
I might. I am about 300 years old, lass. Not as young as I used to be.
Ah, 300. And I just.
She seems to have a bit of an issue here.
Well, she says she's about 1,500 years old.
I'm sorry,
I
lass. You
think
don't look a
she's-
day over 100.
I think she's thinking closer to something like 1900-ish, maybe 2000.
1500, 1900. When you wake up and nobody you know is there. Well, what difference does it make?
Well, I've had that happen before when I was in drinks a bit much. Wake up and nobody I knew was there. One time I woke up in his last house and her husband was really pissed.
If only that was the biggest of my problems, but I do enjoy a good tale.
Well, I would have liked a good tale too, but I can't remember a thing.
So
And I
gotta-
start crying slowly.
Yeah. So Rick, for this
Where
might
are you
be,
from, lass?
Have you ever heard
she's
tell of
from-
Faerun?
Faerun. I can't say that I have, but I did know of a lad one time that came through here. I'd say, what was that, about 200 years ago, that mentioned stories of a place called Faerun, and another one of Zayathe, and he said there was other worlds out there that none of us know about, and then
Do you know where this man landed?
it's been 200 years, lass. I can't say that I do.
Well, I can tell you this. He wasn't full in his cups. There really are other worlds out there.
Well, seeing as how you're full in your cups, I'll take your word for it.
Yeah. Seems to be the thing.
I'm sure if there was other worlds out there by now, in my 300 years, I would have at least heard or seen some transpiration of it.
And you did? And you didn't believe him when you saw him?
I
one
just thought
could
he was a
say that-
daft elf. Old daft elf at that, but just still a daft elf.
Well, you don't have to believe it. But in Faerun was a port town of Belur, and I'll just go on about like my hometown and like how humans were not around as much and evil doctors and lab coats, and I'll just start rambling.
I think I'm going to have to cut her off, gentlemen. I am sorry.
Yeah, you might want to shut that down here, but you can fill me up again.
So,
And, yeah.
Slides her mug over to you.
Yeah.
yeah.
Slight
Um,
time to get it back.
Do you at any time mention names and such other than the name of the village and such? Belfie? You're muted.
Yeah, sorry, what I was typing and I'm taking my mug back. What?
At any time, did you mention names other than the name of the village in Faerun?
No, I was just talking about where I came from, not about people, not about my name Twin Blade or anything like that.
Okay. Yes, I think she got a bit of an imagination, this one does.
Yeah, one wonders maybe if it's all just one world but different times, because 2,000 years ago was a whole different world than what we live with now.
Well, I'd say
2000
so,
years.
since no one knows anything past 800. The Calamity kind of wiped all of that information out.
Maybe not anybody, but just a few. So I don't want to be indelicate, Rockford, but you wouldn't happen to have were any of your family or somebody you know directly have disappeared kids?
I have no family. Like I said, I moved here from the mountains myself to open up this place with some coinage and stuff I garnered while I was mining with my clan. Prothana and I are the only ones here, and neither one of us have any other kind of family to call our own other than ourselves.
Well, it seems like you do right fine for yourself, all things considered. Just wondering if you would have any close friends that lost kids that might have made comments that could provide a clue.
We've had a patron or two come in and tried to drown their sorrows over a missing child, but I mean, are you wanting me to point you in the right direction to talk to one of these folks?
You had a few. Have you heard any kind of common thread among their complaints that might connect them and give a clue?
Just the fact that the windows were locked from the inside and there was no way to get in. But for some reason or somehow, the children got out, or weren't there in the morning when they came to check on them. There was this one lad. I want to say he was a town guard. He did mention he didn't like the way the investigation was going, so he's looking into it himself. He found some weird dart he said was stuck in one of the covers of his child's bed. But after about 3 weeks of no one finding hide nor hair of the lad, his wife blamed him, he blamed himself, she left him, and he left this world.
By his own hand, for sure.
Well, they did say they found him hanging in his child's room one morning.
Yeah, it's a hell of a scar to endure.
Where was he buried?
I'm sorry?
I just wanted to pay my respects to him.
Uh-huh.
I believe his body was shipped back down to where he came from to be with his family. He came here from, where was it? Someplace in Nosted.
Okay.
Wickmouth.
You sleight of handing what?
I'm
okay.
replacing Duck's mug with my empty one and taking it.
She's been cut off, but she doesn't want to be cut off.
How does your sleight of hand? How is your sleight of hand?
I used my boon of luck for my extra D10.
Yep. Her boon. So it gave her a +9 to it, so it made it a 33. Of course, she can't use it again until after a short or long rest. Was a long rest?
That's okay. It's what time? No. So
something she got from the Maruka drink that she passed out of.
Yes, your mug is now empty. Oops.
It was already empty. I never had it refilled.
I am very disappointed.
But you didn't take the 12 damage from trying to steal it when I slapped you.
No, I do not. I'm very sad now.
And nobody at the table notices any of this.
Well, we're half the height.
Keep in conversation with Rickford.
They don't tend to pay us any
I'll
more.
tell you what.
That's the great thing about being a little person.
I
No one
think
notices you.
I heard a tale that his wife. What did I hear tell that his wife did? I thought she left town, but I thought I heard somebody say that she drank herself to death, and I heard another rumor that she's actually down by the dock ward in some shambles of a home, staying to herself, almost like a hermit. But I don't know which one of these rumors are actually true.
Well, we'll have a chance to look into it.
Yeah. But before the night gets too late, Serge, you wanted to go check out those temples, right?
Yeah, that was my plan.
Well, I wish you luck. I think, let me see, look outside. Yeah, you might have another hour or so before they actually shut down for the night. They tend to stay open a couple hours past sunset before they actually shut their doors and do their ceremony stuff that you I'm
Yeah.
not very
Got a tip
religious
for you
myself.
too. You
If I
might want to
can't-
back your hatches. We heard there's a hell of a storm coming down from the north.
Ah, yes. Well, the wall usually keeps out most of the wind from those, but we've got it set up. That's why it's so warm in here tonight. We wanted to make sure the fire was good and stoked. That way, warm the chill in your bones.
And
get
when the chill may go away, we killed the dragon that was just north.
I don't think the dragon has a thing to do with the storm, lad. Storm is a force of nature, not a force of a dragon. Of course, only two
It can
dragons.
be both, really.
Well, the only dragons
Only
I've ever
dragon
dealt
ball.
with that had anything to do with storms might be a white one, but all they do is blow cold air. It's not a storm.
Well, either way, it's dead. So
Took care of that one.
It never bothered me, so that's fine.
Yeah, well, town of Cloro probably needs a few replacements up there.
That town's pretty much gone, I'd say.
So it's dead again.
Hmm. That is sad to hear. I had a friend that lived up there at one point in time.
Oh, well, what's his name?
Yeah, you might see him again.
Not
Leo
exactly.
Horn. Leo Horn Dawn Tracker was up there. He ran the tavern for them up there in Clero. The Sagging Stag, I believe, was it? No, that was the general store. What was the name of that damn tavern? Ah, hell, I don't care.
Did we ever
Alright,
get his
well-
name?
Yeah, I think you got Zero Lin was the dude's name.
Oh, Zerlin. Okay,
No.
that might.
Zero Lin was not the dude's name.
The Zerlin, I think, was the woman's
Krulin,
name.
I think, was the woman's name, wasn't it?
I don't know.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
This-
I have so many names written down, my mind just went blank on it. No, Zero Lin was the woman's name, and I can't remember what the dude's name was.
Well, that's fine.
Because, yeah, she was the elf, so it was Zero Lin. And Leo Horn may have been the guy.
Okay.
Brock's gonna grab his mug and say, well, I think I've had enough. Might just turn in early. He's gonna grab his napkin and make like he's gonna head off to the room. But he noted a location on the napkin. He's actually gonna head over there.
Rock's gotten into a bit of the clandestine shit here, hasn't he? Here's my napkin. I'm going to my room.
I'll take a look at Rock's
Do
napkin.
you want
that
me
he
to throw
sets
your
out.
napkin away for you then, lad? I mean,
I take his napkin.
okay.
remember-
We're sharing napkins now, I see. All right, so is there anything else? You guys, any other conversational pieces you would like to have with this gentleman before he goes back to work?
But as I take Rock's napkin, I look at it before I use it to wipe my face and crumple it up and throw it into the pail sitting next to Belfie.
That's
has-
the spittoon, lad. That's not the trash can.
Ah!
Alrighty then.
So
Well, then
so
I'm
that
going to
means
head
that
back
it's
and
been
take care of
soaked
some
in
more
the
patrons. If you have
spittoon
any more,
juice, right?
pardon. What was that?
So that means that the napkin's being soaked in the spittoon juice?
Pretty much.
Okay, perfect.
So nice of you.
All right, I'll head on and take care of some more of our patrons here. If you have anything you'd like to ask me or need anything, just be sure to wave me down or Prathena down. To get her name right.
Did we ever get the location or how to get to the?
Yeah,
There's a
we
bridge.
know the area.
He told you there's a bridge. It goes over the river about midway through town. That's high enough for boats to come under, and you can take it. It'll take you over to the other side of the dock district.
Okay. Well, Serge, do you want to go and take a look at that?
Yep, it'd be nice. I know of Naturalis. I don't necessarily follow her myself, but I mean, that'd be the closest you could say I'm to.
Well, apparently they don't have a temple of my god.
Oh, that's a shame. Maybe
So-
a graveyard.
Did you guys have any other questions you'd like to ask, or you want to try to ask around as you're making your way to the temple district about these kids?
No, I was going to do that in the morning.
All right. So it takes you, say, about an hour to make your way through town to get the dump district. Who all is going?
If it was going to take us about an hour and they're going to close in about an hour, I would
Well,
have
you had
gone
about 2
faster.
hours, I think is what he said.
Oh, okay. I
I
might
was
need
going
you
to go
for
to the
some.
location on the napkin.
Where's the destination on the napkin, Sergeant Rock?
It's the brothel.
Of course.
It's the brothel. All right, so you're making your way to that location.
Yeah, he's gonna have a good time tonight. He's had a harrowing experience earlier this week.
I'm going to ask the data pad if it has a map of the city.
You get no response from the data pad.
Oh,
We left the network area.
my
Matter-
God has abandoned me.
Matter of fact, doesn't even light up.
Dead battery.
Yeah, probably used broadcast power in the first place.
Broadcast power? How much have I drank?
But yeah,
Give me a
as we're on our
Constitution
way,
saving throw, by the way. Actually, you
What's-
drank 3 big mugs. Go give me 2.
I didn't. I only had 2. The one I took from him was empty.
You asked for a third, and I brought it to you.
Did
Yes.
what?
You
You
tried
got
to
two to
steal a
begin
fourth
with.
one from me,
Fine.
but I had only
I
had
can't roll
one.
less than a 10.
because
I
halfling
reroll-
luck.
Oh no, that's not a.
Well, you reroll ones anyway.
Yeah, your
halfling luck,
saving
you roll
throws-
again.
Yeah.
Your saving throws are not counted in that 10. That's only skill checks.
But you get it's a 1. You roll it again.
Right,
Yeah.
'cause halfling luck. Okay,
There you go.
All right, roll
That's
it one more time.
fine.
You're a little tipsy, but
Wait, that one doesn't count. Ha!
Halflings.
yes, you're a little tipsy, but you're not completely fall out, passed out.
All
drunk.
right, let's go exploring then, it seems. Rock, where did you say we're going again?
Rock's gone.
Oh,
Rock, where are we going? You get to a
Yeah, Rock's on a private mission.
Rock went up to his room and left a napkin
Yeah.
behind.
Up to his room. Yeah.
mm-hmm,
Uh-huh.
mm-hmm.
Yep. Apparently he pulled up his hood and went to bed.
Oh no.
So who all's going to the Temple District?
I am.
I am.
Depends on what you mean by temple.
Yep, I'm going.
I mean, I'll follow along, I guess, if we're not going to bed down for the night.
I might need your charm once we get there, brother. May I? See if
Of
they'll let us
course.
stay there after closing.
Of course.
I'll head up to my room.
All right. How about
You don't want to go on an
Melania?
adventure.
What'd you call me?
Oh, don't worry, I will.
Melania.
That is not-
Whatever your damn name is.
that
What is it?
not what my name is.
What is your damn name?
That's not my name.
Melina. Oh shit.
That's not my name.
Is it Malina or Melina?
Melina.
I spelled it with an A. I'll fix that.
Well, I guess since the rest of, well, the majority of you are going, I figure I might as well follow.
All right. Yeah. Just gonna possibly do some reincarnation is all.
Right, I want to see what he
Freaking
does.
hot. I will go to the room.
He carries chunks of people around. It's quite
It's not like a big chunk. The biggest chunk I have is a mouse folk.
And he pulls out this rat in
Ear.
armor.
It's a scalp.
It's like just a little piece.
I think when he gets to the temple, he's going to pull out all this meat. He's going to go, burger time.
Oh,
Yeah, you know, I think
What
I'm
can we make out of these
Stay out of
pieces
that.
and parts?
I just want to go see what he's actually going to do with them.
I'm just gonna slowly ease away and start heading towards my room.
All right.
Totally not gonna cannibalize them.
Is there a
That's-
theme song?
Is it what?
Is there a theme song? Do you have to like, I don't know. Do you sing as you walk through the town? Look at my chunks of people. Like, what do you
Well,
do?
I mean, I don't have anything in my hands other than my staff and shield.
He
My-
sings
my
my
You're
chunks
not
of
proud
people
of
bring
yours.
everyone to the
Do-do-do-do,
yard.
my
And
dead
they're
chunks
like
do-
they're better than yours.
I heard they are better than yours. Yes.
All right. So, like I said, it takes you a little while, and you're going to Neutralis.
Yes.
Greetings. What can I do for you this fine evening, though?
Yes.
Chunks, you say? What kind of
We
chunks?
made a promise to a few people. They were on the verge of death due to a dragon attack,
Yes.
and we didn't have the time to revivify them. Not that I can, but
I was
I can
gonna say,
reincarnate them.
there's no one here that can cast that. We're not. No
Yes,
one
I can
has-
cast reincarnate. I just figured it might be better to ask for your permission to use your temple or a room in it to reincarnate them rather than
Right here.
stay in the back of an alley.
Oh, yeah,
We-
back alley
reincarnations
jobs
are
are.
illegal.
Plus, it
Interesting.
might be helpful to have some people around to explain the situation to them when they come back.
Wait here. He runs off, and about 5-10 minutes later, he brings this old man up to it. What can I do for you, folks? Welcome to the Temple of Neutralis.
Going to eat the chunks.
What
Could you stop?
chunks are we talking? Are you about to blow chunks there, child?
I will tap you on the shoulder, and before you know it, you are not drunk at all. I cast
Yeah,
Lesser
I don't.
Restoration on you again.
Poison condition has been
Yep.
removed.
Yep. So
Sir, may I
let me
make
mark
a
that off.
donation to your temple?
Why, of course you can make a donation. Just send it to the lad here. Why did I need to get woke up to come to this?
So before I was, told about, I made a promise to a
Yes.
fellow
Okay.
that was on his deathbed who we
Well, that was
told
nice
that
of you.
he was attacked by an ancient white dragon, and he was
Oh.
on the verge of dying. And by the time we managed to take care of that issue, we came back and he had been attacked by some wolves.
Oh, he had a bad day then, didn't he?
Yes.
So,
And we did not have Revivify on hand to save him and his fellow that was with him,
Well,
but
I
I
can't
can
help you with
reincarnate them.
oh, you can.
And yes, and I was just wondering if we could use your temple or somewhere to reincarnate them rather than
Are you a follower of Neutralis?
she is the closest goddess that I am to.
That's not really answering my
am
question,
not-
son.
I am not quite a follower, but she is the closest goddess to being a follower of who I would follow. I am a druid, and from my
Okay.
homeland, she is the goddess most followed.
Oh, okay, but you don't follow her.
I'm more of a spiritual type due to my race.
What out of character? What goddess are you saying?
Neutralis.
It's
Sorry, it's
got
raining.
from his.
You're part of the D&D Beyond campaign. There are information in there about the gods and different things that in this realm, in this world, so you can look in there and get you an idea. Whether your character doesn't know, but at least you as a player will know.
Right.
I
would it
will
help if the
hand-
ones-
Go ahead.
Would it help if the ones that he's revivifying were followers?
Well, I mean, would help if they decide they want to come back, but as far as being a follower of Neutralis is not one of the prerequisites for being revivified. Or I think you said reincarnated?
Yes, that is the spell that I can cast on them.
I'll tell you what, if you leave a sizable donation to the church, I'm sure there's a room somewhere in the back that you can perform your deeds, as long as they're holy deeds and not unholy ones.
How much of a donation would you like, sir?
I give 110 gold.
Ah, very good. I wasn't going to say pay me, I just said donation, so thank you very much. In your donation is very appreciated. If you would like, my associate here can lead you someplace more secure or secluded, I should say, so none of our other followers interrupt you in your process of helping these folks come back to a life worth living, I suppose.
It is a fairly long spell, and I do have a few I need to bring back. That's all I ask.
Oh, very well. Now our doors will close, and what time is it? And he kind of looks up to the courtyard. There's light in the courtyard. We will close our doors in about an hour, but, we're always here doing one thing or another. So when you're finished, just get with my associate and they will show you out.
Thank you. I do appreciate that.
The gates were closing as well with the sundown. Does everything shut down here at sundown?
It makes it easier. When the sun goes down, animals and other
We're in
creatures.
the walled city.
Yes, that's why you shut the door. I mean, if you had a wall city and you left your door open, it's like
What
leaving
I
your
mean
front
is
door
that
open. Things can get in.
Everybody in the city shut down. Do the stores, the vendors,
Oh, no. Just the temples, the stores, and the front gate. I mean, I think the taverns stay open till wee in the morning and then turn around and open right back up when the sun comes up. But for the most part, some of us like to sleep, if you know what I mean. I mean, I don't know if halflings like to, especially ones that were just recently drunk.
That'd be fine.
I'm sure you do now after the young gentleman there touched you on the shoulder and cleared you right up.
Yes, well, it's 6 silvers worth of waste, but yes.
What?
Well, I mean, I
Sorry
did
to
pay
hear
for them.
that.
I'm not saying you didn't. I'm just saying it just seems like a little bit of a
You
waste.
buy a girl a drink, you get her drunk, then you sober her up real quick. I mean, it's how you do every
be a
day.
gentleman. Ugh.
Well, when that woman is spouting shit about chunks and what I'm going to do if I'm going to eat them, it sounds a whole lot worse than I am going to use a piece of this person
I'll
to
tell
bring
you
them back.
what. This cold weather is hard on the old bones. I'm going to go to my room and get some rest. So, would you care to show them where to go? Yes, sir. I will take them back there now. Please follow me. And he leads you to a back room. It's not really all that big. It's like a 15 by 15 room. And you see a couple crates laying here and there. Like they've stored something in here at one point in time. Just, I suppose you can use this room for whatever it is you plan to do with your chunks.
Not necessarily chunks, I would say, as I first reach into my bag and pull out the mouse folk.
Oh, so you're going to revive a rat.
This little fellow seemed to possibly have some knowledge, but, if I can help him, why not?
If you want to revive your pet rat, that is entirely up to you. I'm not going to shame you for it. It's really none of my concern. The headmaster said you can use this room for whatever you need. Just when you're ready to leave, let me know and I will lock the door behind you. And he steps out of the room, closes the door.
How long does this take to...
All right, so you can choose whether to stay or go. I am going to be here for about 3 hours.
Yeah, it's like an hour each.
Yeah, I would appreciate the help for helping them understand what has happened and where they are at and what they've gone through.
I'll sit down cross-legged.
And I will start with the mouse folk first.
Of course you would.
If you don't need my help, I'm going to
I
go
will
pray.
do my best. Rico's probably going to hate me, but I'll do my best.
He was a very excitable person.
Yes, he was.
Very excitable.
All right,
and we
so-
do have his book, so that should help calm the fellow's nerves. Instead of coming up and wondering where his book is. That is my hope. All right. So, let's start. I will use the components to cast the spell. I will cast Reincarnate on the mouse folk first.
Be sure you send him a nice little message. Ghostly gaze.
That wasn't me.
Oops. That was a mistake. I don't know why I clicked on that, but it is my
I'm
new
pretty sure I
ability.
could figure out why you decided to click on that. See-through objects up to
Yeah.
30 feet. Let's see. What room has
level-
got all the fun going on in it right now?
All right. So, the mouse folk is coming back as a halfling.
Oh, of course he is.
Of course, yeah, another halfling. We're into halflings in this party.
All right. He
What
is.
kind of halfling? Do you have a D8 to roll to see what kind of halfling he's going to be? Like another
I did,
Ghostwise,
and
maybe?
he is a Lotus Den halfling.
Awesome healers.
So, how's this work? Does he just materialize as a halfling out of nowhere?
So
Stands
reincarnate.
up out of the goo.
Let me read off the spell. You touch a dead humanoid or a piece of dead humanoid, provided that the creature has been dead no longer than 10 days, and you said that he had basically been feigned death for a while.
Yeah.
The spell forms a new adult body for it, and then causes the soul to enter the body if the target's soul is free or willing to do so.
All right. So, this halfling, does it give you male or female in this?
It
Same
doesn't
sex,
say whether
right?
it's male or female. It just says it brings them back to an adult body. So I figured the soul would choose the gender.
So this,
And he was a male.
So this little guy just kind of sits up and looks around.
And I will, hand his book to him.
Why is it so small? What'd you do to my book?
Well,
What the?
you are no
What
longer
the-
a mouse folk due
Huh?
to the...
That's not.
What'd you do to me?
Probably not the best way to start.
This is why I'm asking for your guys' help to begin with.
So,
Well, he's good at it. He's a druid now.
You were dead when we found you, but we were able to bring you back due to the only spell we have available to bring you back to life.
Not much
There
of a-
is a chance that it changes your race
A really good chance.
when doing so. So
What?
it would appear that you are no longer a mouse folk, but a halfling.
And you really like the
I'm-
woods. You're a foresty halfling.
All right, so calm down. Hold on. And I'm going to take my hand over their hands. Be like, calm down. Listen. Look. Just look right here. I know this is really confusing. I don't know why he started off with this.
Why am I so tall?
Well, tall. I'm glad you
Take it
feel
to a
that way.
mirror.
Listen, before you see.
Skin! There's no fur!
Look at the curly hair on the tops of your feet. I'm not there.
I know you're.
And it's adorable. Don't judge him. Anyway, listen. You had something very bad happen to you. And this kind man here has brought you back. The
Kitty?
caveat is we couldn't save your body the way it was. So now you get to watch exactly what he did to you as he... Don't freak out. You are not just a chunk. But he's going to do that to a chunk, and then a person's going to be there. I
mean a
did
chunk?
much better than he did.
A chunk.
We were able to
I hope you roll
use.
another 41.
We were able to use your
If you
body.
can roll another 41, we're going to call you Hobbit Maker.
So far, it's been a hobgoblin and a hobbit, or a halfling.
So you see, he's
Oh,
hugging this
so the
book
hob-
that you gave him.
Yes, we
Even
found
though-
that with you.
I can actually put my arms around it now.
Right. What is your name?
I don't. Is it still a Kiki?
It can.
If that
that's
was your
my
name, that is your name. If you so choose to keep it.
My name's a Kiki.
A Kiki.
Yes, a
It's
Kiki.
very nice to meet you.
And he gets he just kind of jitters a little bit as he's talking. He still holds some of the mannerisms he had. The only problem is now he can't crawl up on people's backs and ride them like mounts.
Yep.
I thought a Kiki
Yes, you
was.
can. I do it all the time.
I thought a Kiki was the woman.
No, Kiki is
No.
the mouse folk
Yep,
Oh,
a
okay.
Kiki was a player in a game, and he
who
is
got killed by an Ember Hulk. And
He was like 8 inches tall.
No, he was like a foot and a half.
have you ever seen what was it, the Prince
Secrets of
Caspian?
Nim.
Yeah, Prince Caspian, The Secrets of Nim.
Mm.
Not Nim. Jesus, you fucked me up.
The
No,
Secrets
I
of Nim
never
were all
did.
mouse people.
Yes, but this was a Prince Caspian. It was a little mouse that had the cavalier kind of.
Yeah.
That's what a Kiki was.
Mhm.
So now he's gone from this to the size of a halfling,
Yep.
So he's tripled his size, pretty much.
pretty much.
What's his class?
Cleric.
He's cleric monk.
Hmm.
And now he has druidcraft spells
Why does he have druidcraft spells?
because
a
he's
halfling.
because of
The race.
the race.
Yep, the race gave him some special abilities.
And he has a bonus to his wisdom score too.
Well, we'll let Rico know about that, and we'll just see how far that goes.
So, if you choose to stay here and
Well, where the hell
watch,
am I gonna go?
you can,
All my
or
friends
you
are gone.
can.
They left me to die.
Who are your friends?
Let's see. There was Jax. There was Arl. Was it Arl? Arl? Or what?
Aura.
I can't
was
remember what
the
his
person.
damn name was. I always got it wrong, but he was great to ride around on. I'd get on his shoulders and grab his hair. The problem was he couldn't see in the dark, and I'd cast magical darkness and run him all over the place. It was fun. I can't do that no more.
It's not easy waking up knowing that everything is gone. I understand that, but you can forge a new life.
Forge? I don't know how to forge.
No, well, okay.
I used to know how to forage, but I don't know how to forge.
You can forage very well now, I'm sure.
So, Brother May, do you still have those posters? You're muted.
Yes, I do, and I will pull them out.
Are you saying that Jackson, Oral, or whatever, could you discern which one of these they may be? Because we heard that these people came through a tunnel underneath a city called Barrymore, and they were slaves in an arena that escaped. And we found you in a building that they had supposedly exited from.
Yeah, we got out through the tunnels after. What was the big guy's name? I can't remember the big guy's name. But he got killed in the arena. And then we met the girls. And we had the party. Had all the nice food. And I got the girl to talk to me about things. And then before we went in the hole, I saw her outside. She was on a cross. They had killed her because she spoke to, I guess I made her talk too much. I don't know. And then we went down the hole. The big, nasty, ugly lizard guy that scares me, he helped us get out. And we fought goblins. Ran around in the dark. And then this thing came out of nowhere. And I don't remember anything after that. Except for not being what I was.
Yes, when we found you, you had been dead for a while.
How
Supposedly
long is a while?
about maybe a month.
And you could bring me
or
back
so.
after a month being dead? How's that possible?
We found you in a pod that had possibly frozen your body or something. It was much
Pod?
similar to the
Frozen
Feigned
body?
Diet.
I don't understand.
Feigned Death
What do you mean?
spell.
They found you in a metal pot.
they
You seem
cooking
like
me?
you've been affected by a Feigned Death spell
Feigned death.
that kept
Wait a
you
minute.
from
He starts
rotting.
thumbing through his book. Oh, yeah, here it is. But that doesn't require any kind of pods or pots to be cooked in.
It was very weird, this building. It seemed off.
Was it the
Somehow
I
the
don't
was
remember.
a
cold had
cryo
kept
suit?
you. Somehow the cold had kept you from decaying, and much like that spell, kept you in the state that you were in. So I could
Yeah,
revive
progenitor
you
first.
or reincarnate you.
You're at the club. Shush.
You're using
not
that
there.
see-through ghostly
You're
gate
seeing through the walls and all the
vision.
nice little things that are going on inside that house. I don't want to hear it.
And while I'm talking to him, I'm setting up this little piece of skin.
Okay, and as you're doing that and you're talking to him, he is like right up on you looking. What are you doing? What are you doing? What is that? What is that?
So I am preparing the
Is that what I look like?
same
That's not what I look
spell.
like. That's
No,
a
I
chunk.
had your entire body. This
And you brought me back like
spell
this? You had my entire body, but you brought me back like this?
Yes, but I only require a piece of the person to reincarnate them. But with you, I had
what's
your
this gonna
entire body. Well, you can't tell, but this is part of a female elf that had been
Wait,
smashed by
don't
an
you-
entire building.
Shouldn't you bring the guy back
you
first?
have a pet. A piece
No,
Of
because we convinced the fellow that his
wait,
person
wait,
he
wait.
was looking for
I'm not
was
understanding.
already
You
alive.
got chunks of people?
No,
Why do
not
you got
very
chunks
many.
of people?
Exactly.
What kind
my
of person
point.
are you?
I just have the few that I'm planning on bringing back.
But
It's for good reason, but it's still a little creepy.
where's my body? What you do with my body? Where's my body at?
Oh.
Your butt. Wait. So let me word this to you the way the spell says it, and you can decide if the body's still there or not. You touch a dead humanoid or a piece of dead humanoid, provided that the creature has been dead no longer than 10 days. The spell forms a new adult body for it, and then calls the soul to enter that body.
Okay, so pretty much what it does is it dissolves the original body into like a goo, like a ectoplasm, and from that we'll say it expands out to make the new body.
It doesn't just like boom, new body, and then the old body's there.
Yeah, that way you're not rezzing my old body.
That's fine. Just making sure.
How about animating?
Animating the old body.
And
It's
I
like, here,
forgot
let me
Dux
take
is
this
even there,
here.
and he's talking about pots and stuff, and I'm answering him. So
That's
well,
fine.
maybe I was there at the time. You never know.
So yes, this is part of a female elf. Because we couldn't get her entire body out from underneath the collapsed building that she was.
So you
smashing
just
her.
decided to take a piece of her?
That's all I needed.
You're weird.
He's kind of morbid.
So you just needed a piece of a female elf?
Just
Does she
this
know you took a
particular.
piece of her?
No, she was dead.
So you killed her first, and then
No,
took a
she
piece
was
of her.
smashed by a building by an ancient white dragon.
And you thought it was necessary to take a piece of her?
If I was planning on reincarnating her, yes.
Why would you reincarnate her? Did you know her? She a friend of yours?
She was killed early on in her life, and
He took a piece because right before she died, she said, "Do you want a piece of me?"
so yes, I am going to start reincarnating her now.
Okay.
See,
He's
next to-
real close to you, watching everything you're doing.
Just please do
Next-
not interrupt the whole process, because that could easily.
Oh,
Ruin
I
this
would love to use a hero point to get this halfling to learn how to do reincarnate.
This halfling will learn that spell in a few years, few levels.
Oh, because a cleric can reincarnate too?
No.
Yep.
Clerics can clerics reincarnate? They can
If it's a-
resurrect,
is it a
which
clerical
is
spell,
basically
isn't
the
it?
same.
No,
No.
I think
Resurrect is a
reincarnate
fifth level
wizard
spell.
That's
Oh,
right.
it's a
That's
druid
right.
Yeah,
spell.
resurrect is a fifth level cleric spell. That's
Well-
the same thing, but they keep their thing, but they can't have been undead.
Hey, Dux, why don't you keep this little rat guy occupied so
Dux
Sarge
ain't
can do
there.
his
there.
thing?
Dux is not there.
Oh,
That's just
yeah.
Todd speaking up periodically,
Oh.
because Fred was doing earlier.
Oh, I
Somebody
can't-
keep this little rat guy occupied so he doesn't interrupt Surge.
I mean, he's a
No, no,
halfling
I'm good.
now,
I'm good.
and if he wants to, as long as he doesn't interrupt, that's fine. I don't mind it.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way,
It's just
I
like
just have
I'm
to ask,
there. I was always doing that when he was casting
so,
spells too, trying to learn.
Before is she gonna come back naked like I did?
Kid.
It's so exciting.
It would be, yes, that would appear it.
We
do
don't
have
know
some
what she's
spare
going to
clothing.
come back as.
Wait,
Yeah, but
is,
don't
is
you
this
should-
dude not wearing any clothes still? Is he still naked, or did you guys dress him?
You just created a body and put a soul into it. Nobody said anything about putting clothes on his ass.
Reincarnate.
So yeah, there is a naked halfling standing in front of you, Belfie, and
And so she's
I-
wondering, does he look nice?
It's been so long.
It's been 2,000 years. I'm just saying.
At least the
Reincarnate
top-
is a druid only spell.
he's
So-
dancing around. So yeah,
Hey,
I will
but
hand
you know,
him a
because
blanket.
his
Don't you
race has
windmill.
druid
Don't you
craft,
do
maybe
it.
he could learn it.
what's windmill? What's windmill?
I'll take off the cloak that Dux had given me, and
I have a. Okay, yeah, you're gonna do that. Perfect.
no, you're just, I'm covering it up.
No,
Windmill?
look, dude,
Yes,
shut
wait,
up. Surge has to concentrate.
Who's
So it
Surge?
just takes an hour to cast it. It's
Who's
not.
Surge?
I'm
Oh, is that
Surge.
the cat guy?
Sure. Yeah, if that's how he perceives me, that's fine.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize my talking was interrupting him so much. I thought he was real
It's-
professional with this kind of thing.
It's okay. Shh, let's
It's
go.
not interrupting me because it's not concentration. It just takes an hour to cast.
Oh,
And so,
Windmill.
I pull some of the extra cold weather gear I got since I bought a bunch of it, and find the smallest one I have for him. Put it on.
All right.
Then I'll take my cloak back once you.
so let's see. 34 turns them into
Genasi.
a gnome.
Ah, we got hobbits and gnomes. Woohoo!
And I rolled a d5 on this list, which turns
Favorite
this
gnome.
gnome into the. It might be a deep gnome. Let me double check the way I have it set up. Nope. They are a House of Civis gnome.
And since my cloak was already off, I will immediately cover the gnome. Now that I know that they're going to be naked.
Now that you know.
So is your spell faulty? It just makes little people.
Yes,
We're about to find out.
Yes.
So yeah, that's what she
Yep,
turns into.
yep. She's naked. Look at her. She put something on her. Quick.
I did.
Um,
Sorry.
And
Actually,
I'll
no,
let this-
sorry, I'm wrong. It's not House of Civis. It's a rock gnome.
okay.
Oh, I was gonna say he's a
Type.
dragon gnome. Woohoo!
Mistype.
What's going on?
So you were crushed by a
So-
I'd say I was
house.
crushed.
So-
I'm
Wait.
small.
So did she come back as a female or a male?
Female. Whatever the soul was.
So the
Oh, so
sergeant
the race,
very
so the
much
sex doesn't change.
approves
It's the race.
of the
Just the
kind
race.
of gnome that you got. The sergeant is pleased.
Yep, so she is now a rock gnome. But yes, you were smashed by a house that a ancient white dragon.
You know what? Smashing
Had
me doesn't
destroyed.
make me this small.
It's
Did
what
somebody
the
give her
spell
clothes?
does. It's a much.
I got
the
a cloak
spell
on. She
might
put it
not
on me.
bring you back always of what you were. The fellow you were with, we are planning on bringing back next. This other halfling right here had also been killed by, you know.
So you just
Not
take it upon
me.
yourself to bring people back?
Well, the man said he wanted to come back
Oh,
because he was looking for you.
you didn't tell him I was dead?
He said if you were alive, he wanted to come back.
But was I alive?
Yes, you are.
No, that's not what I asked. I said, was I?
Yes, you are.
There was a little bit of subterfuge.
He seems to take things under his own accord, doesn't he?
It seems that
Your
way. At
spirit
least he
hadn't
wasn't chunky.
crossed yet.
So, where is my friend's body?
Your friend's body was being eaten.
He's got him
by
in chunks.
wolves.
He's over there. He's got him in chunks. He's right there. It says chunks, chunks, chunks.
I pull out a lock of hair from the other guy.
You kept chunks of our bodies?
I needed
Yeah,
a piece
he
to
did. See?
reincarnate you.
He said he kept my body full because, I'm a little small person. But he got chunks of you. I saw it. It was only about that big, and it looked like part of your skull and had a little bit of hair on it. And
Much
it just
more
turned to
than-
goo, and then next thing you know, he was naked gnome body. Well, she covered you up pretty quick, so I didn't see anything. Other than your tits, but that's beside the point.
Yes, you had been smashed by the entire house.
So not only did you bring me back as a gnome, but you brought me back and didn't bring any clothes for me.
I have no idea what you're going to come back as.
Right.
So
I
what
have-
you're doing is you're playing Russian roulette with my life. I got you now.
Better than it could have been, and I'm very sorry for the choices that you don't seem to approve of.
Okay, so I'm guessing you're going to revive my friend now.
That's the
Yes.
plan, unless you
He'll
don't
come
want me
back as a
to, but
kobold.
he sure wanted to
Or
come back.
goblin.
Well, I mean,
Goblin.
apparently I don't have
So.
the choice because I didn't have the choice to come back as a
10%,
gnome.
10%, no.
So yes,
A
now
Goliath.
Yes.
We can have
Gnome
that
and a
wishbone
Goliath romance
conversation.
story.
maybe. I will set the lock of hair and then start.
See, watch,
And
watch.
I'll-
He's doing it again. Look, watch. See, look. See, it's already. And
I'll
he casts a spell, and I'm sorry.
It's going to be
Too
a
much
cool
again?
hour.
Brother, may I?
Yes.
Where are you at during all this?
I'm in the room trying to size up these people as they come back with the extra clothes I have.
He's in the room where it happened. That's where he's at.
Okay.
Type it. Type it in. I want to know.
As this lock of hair, stone, wood, vines, all the above. Fucking warforged.
Nice.
A gnome and a warforged, that actually goes pretty well together.
Well, it's also, this gnome is a rock gnome, so they're a pro at tinkering. So, she can fix him up whenever he breaks down.
Yep, it's a good deal.
What
Yeah.
in the ever-loving God just happened?
Well, like I said, we brought you back. On a
Wait
97
a
and
minute.
98, they are warforged.
You brought me back?
Yes, you said you would want to come back if your friend here, who was an elf,
I don't-
now a gnome.
I don't see my friend here. You said she was alive when... Of course
She
I
is, and
she's
she's
right
right
here.
here.
Okay.
I did tell
Unless
you you may not come
shrunk
back
her
the same.
down and hit her behind the gnome, I don't see anybody.
I am pointing at her, at her, just like.
Yes, she's a rather cute gnome, but that's not the girl I was with
Well, it's
earlier.
really good that you think she's cute.
Yeah, well, she's kind of small and cute. And what? Is that metal and wood?
Right.
Did
I've
I
seen
lose
a
my
couple of
arm as well as my legs?
You before? Yes, you seem to appear to be a warforged.
A what? The fuck is a warforged?
I've
You
only
got
seen
lucky.
a handful in my
98.
lifetime, but like I told you, the spell, unless he did not transmit it across, may not bring you back as the same as you were.
as if he needed to exhale a breath. It just kind of sounds that way.
Well, he could kill you and try again.
So,
You are in the town of Consti. Claro had been completely destroyed by the dragon.
Hey, but now you'll fit right in with everything over there.
so let me get this straight. You decided to bring me back from death. I guess the wolves actually finished me off.
Yes.
That you left me to deal with without my legs.
We didn't know there were.
Are you
wolves.
supposed to be heroes? Because you're not really seeming like too many kind of heroic people to me.
Hey, we didn't know about the wolves, and there was a giant undead dragon. Okay.
Well, yes, I know about the dragon. How do you think I
Well,
lost my legs?
why do you think we left you? He came after us.
I didn't
But
see
we did take care of the dragon.
Right, so look, everybody calm down. He has a right to be upset. He didn't sign
You're
up.
Warforged. Can I ride on your back? Nope. Okay.
Yes,
Sorry.
you three should form an adventuring party and go off into the sunset and save people.
Right, but
Don't raise
I
them.
did talk to you when you were dead, and you said you wanted to come back, so that's why we brought you back.
Yeah, kind of thought resurrection or something, not changed full body to.
Always read the fine print.
You were informed.
You
that it
do
was going to be
realize I'm missing
reincarnation.
some body parts here, right?
That doesn't mean everything.
Well, I guess the whole wanting to have a family and a white picket fence is out of the question now, isn't it?
Well, I mean, it wasn't really in the question in a dragon-riddled place either, was
Well,
it?
if somebody would have, helped me move without leaving me in a.
Well, she can still have kids.
Look, we tried, but the dragon came back,
The very next day.
and I got hurt really badly by the dragon.
There
Yes,
are
apparently
wizards out
so did
there.
I. And why is she a gnome? I thought she said she was alive.
Yeah, she is
Yes.
She is.
now. But here, there are wizards
No,
out
they
there
don't
that
have
are
a complete
powerful
anatomy.
enough, and they may be able to change your race, depending if you find a powerful enough wizard. I have no idea
Yeah,
if that
that's
spell
really
exists,
something I'm going to
but
find in this place.
maybe. I have no
Right.
idea.
So, look, your situation sucks. We get that. We did the best we could. You're either grateful or you're not. But you're also not on responsibility after this point.
Oh, so I
Yeah.
see. You bring me back as something totally different. So
Yeah.
the life I had as a human is gone because I can't very well walk up to the
Humans
bank and
are
say, "Hey,
overrated.
look, I'm so and so. Even though I look like a Warforged, whatever the fuck that is now, can I have my money out of the bank so I can actually go buy a house somewhere and try to survive?"
Yes,
Well,
you can.
if-
Yeah.
Yeah, hold on to your bitterness for just a sec. I was about to give each of y'all some gold so you can start a new life.
Remember, it may suck, but it sucks less than being dead.
I mean, if he was here, that's what he would say.
So give me, why don't you guys give me some persuasions to try to help convince these guys or calm these guys down,
I will assist and
or this
guide
guy
May
because
I.
apparently he's extremely pissed.
Yeah, I will assist and guide May I.
Corporal punishment is not helping it out at all. But with
You
my
got a D4.
5, with my you're assisting who?
Me.
May I? I assisted
Oh.
May I and gave him guidance
I was gonna say,
We certainly didn't assist me.
because I
so.
can't fucking persuade anybody.
I think corporal punishment just went, ha ha.
That's why that is why I brought May I along to help me out
You're
and assist.
dead. But look, I got hurt too. Like,
Hey, look, I told you I suck at persuasion, so I didn't lie.
well, even Belfie helped out because I rolled a 5 on my insight. So you're able to persuade him to calm down and accept whatever you plan on giving him. He picks her up, puts her on his shoulder, and
I give them each 100 gold.
all right. So take that off
Start
your
the-
money.
I did.
Do you want the clothes that she's wearing back?
No, y'all can wear that.
What about the halfling?
I gave him 100 gold as well if he wants to join with y'all, or he can go start his own life or find his old friends.
I have no idea what to do. I really don't. My friends, they've come through. You showed me a picture a minute ago, my friends. Did you see them? Did you find them? Do you know where they're at?
We've heard of them coming this way.
Where'd they go from here?
That we've just got here. We haven't had time to search for them.
So you're
But
looking
we
for them.
have
Why are you
heard.
looking for them? Are you trying to collect a bounty on them?
No, we're not in having any clue
You're
about
not
collecting the
you're not
bounty.
slavers, are you?
There's a bounty on the children?
No. Where'd children come
Oh.
from? No. I'm talking about my friends that escaped. I'm sure there's a bounty because, we escaped from the Colosseum and all that stuff. So
The good news is anybody looking for you in that group will not recognize you. You left.
They're all dead.
But the
All my
group
friends
that
are
you were
dead?
with,
We don't know if they're dead.
well, they supposedly came through Claro, where we found you, about a month ago, and then they made their way here. When did they say they saw them come through?
what's the travel time from there?
400
probably about-
miles, roughly.
About 3 weeks or so, maybe. They didn't actually
So-
specify. They just said they came through.
Yeah. So walking distance, if we use a spell to travel, but walking distance maybe 3 weeks ago, and you might be able to find them. We can.
But she just said they were dead. Are they dead?
Who's dead?
My
Some
friends.
of them are dead because some of them were made to go fight in the Colosseum again.
No,
So they
that was
caught them.
prior.
They caught
No,
them?
that's a different group.
Yeah,
The
that was
one-
a different group.
Oh, I thought it was there. I thought that they were part of the one that was on the cross.
No, well, from what we found out is she
The one on
talked
the
too
cross
much.
was the guard.
No, the
That-
one on the cross? Oh, I know the one on the cross. I was talking to her. She was real nice. We had this big party because we had won the fight, and
was the
apparently we
guard.
were getting purchased by some rich hotey-totey dude, whatever. But we had this great party, and we all got drunk and was having a good time. Well, I got one of the
So why
girls
did-
drunk
so-
and,
so when
and
you
got
got really
information
drunk-
from her, and I guess I made her talk too much because they slit her throat and took her tongue and hung her up on a cross in the middle of the Colosseum as a warning. And then we snuck in the hole and had that weird lizard dude take us away.
Yeah, Ravkane Moonshadow was the one that was on the cross.
Was that the one I put on the cross?
All right, so yeah,
That's what I
Ravkane
wrote down. A
Moonshadow-
platinum-haired elf slave.
Yeah, she was put on the cross, and Jax had been talking to her, but Akiki had talked to the one that they stabbed through the chest once they found us. Like the gladiator
Okay, it was
drug
reversed.
her, and then
Yeah.
yes, yeah, the gladiator stabbed the one through the chest that he got to talk too much.
Okay, I thought I had done it the other way around. The one who spoke too much got her tongue ripped out or cut out, and no, but you're right. It was the leader that got.
Hmm.
It's been a while. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and then there was a guy there that got his hand hacked off and died of blood loss.
But my friends are still alive.
To our knowledge,
I
yes.
don't know if I'd actually call them friends. We just escaped together. I don't know if we're really friends. I mean, we did talk a lot. We fought beside each other, but I don't know about being friends. Why do you look that way?
Which one?
As he rambles on, somebody just kind of looks at you like, "You gonna shut up anytime soon?"
Well, I mean, now that you're alive again and not dead, you seem to got that book. You could,
Oh yeah, my book.
yeah, you could
Very
possibly go
special
back
book.
to, the people you used to know, and they won't be looking for you essentially because you're no longer.
I can't go back to people I know
Why is that?
because when they raided the temple, they killed them all.
Oh. All right then.
Yeah, never mind.
You could try and make a new life here, or try and find them.
Well,
Who knows?
you can come with us. We'll
And they
try
might
to
be
figure out a
here.
new life together, I guess.
They might be here. We haven't been all over the city.
They might be here.
Might be.
Oh, let's go find them. Jax can't do anything without me.
Right. So,
I mean, we really haven't looked around too much. We've only really been to the tavern and here.
Curtis's look, yeah, right.
Yeah, I had to glance over at my other monitor.
Trying to give them hope, guys. Come on.
I mean,
So-
I haven't tried scrying on him, but I'm not.
Familiar with them.
We'll do that another
Yes.
day. So, the three of them make their way out of the temple It's gotten. You're probably
been 3
about
hours-ish.
2 hours past sundown. 2 hours past them locking the door. I guess since I saw the other 3 leave, you guys are finished because the 3 didn't come in with you. I'm assuming those are the reincarnations that you did.
Yes.
Are you finished? Do you have any more that you wish to bring back?
I look at you in horror, waiting for your answer.
Because you are carrying around a piece of a goblin, by the way.
Did we have
I
other
had a piece of his
pieces?
hair. Like, may I cut off some of Turnbucket's hair and gave it to me to reincarnate him, but he had been dead for over a month.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I couldn't reincarnate him, even if I wanted to. I'd have to use True Resurrection, which I don't have yet.
Right, so no more fleshy bits in there.
Well,
Don't. Never
I
mind.
reach in the bag and I pull out a bit of intestine. This is from a basilisk, and I put it back away.
No
This is real
bits
sausage
that
making.
you
we're
want to
talking about.
bring back.
I don't think I can bring back the basilisk. No, I killed that thing along with some friends of mine.
Is it in a
Oof.
regular bag of holding?
If that's the
Yes.
same
That is
basilisk that you took
gross.
out,
Remember? Yes.
no, you did not pull out a piece of intestines. It's goo.
Well, I pulled out some. Oh yeah, never mind.
I am very grateful for the help you've given me, but
It's
you
in
are
there,
a
and
little
it's mixed
scary.
with the goo that was the guts for the guts and cabbage thing that you did.
Yep. Yep.
So yeah, you have rotting goo inside your bag of holding.
That's going to get all over everything. Note to self.
So
don't-
yeah, I need to make sure we have that noted. That every time you pull something out of that bag of holding, it's got some weird black smelly goo all over it.
I mean, I only had 40 pounds of basilisk guts.
Only
And-
Ew!
Only 40 pounds.
So
You might
every
want to
time he
take it
opens
out.
that bag, it's like, whew, jeez, what the hell?
it might be time to clean out your fridge, man.
Yes, let me just get everything
yeah.
out and then open and fold it inside out.
Are you gonna do it in here?
No.
Okay, good.
Don't do it in the rooms either. I might not like the deposit situation.
Yeah, if I see anything useful.
I think she's
Yeah.
referring to the security deposit situation.
Yes, the charge
Oh.
that you will incur for basilisk
Yeah.
rotting guts all over.
Do you know how hard it is to get that out of hardwood floor?
I don't, but I can imagine.
Especially hardwood floor that does not have a clear varnish on top of it.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
So,
Sarge
Sergeant
can
Rock.
get it out with
How?
dust
Yeah,
his
I was gonna say, how much prestidigitation would that take? How much spit shine?
So much.
So Sergeant Rock,
Good try to do it.
I'm taking you were
40
looking.
pounds? A lot.
So you went looking for the House of Lady Favors.
Uh-huh.
Lady Favors.
All right, you find. Let's see. Let me see if I can find the name of that place for you. Because it's in here somewhere. Yeah, it's just written down as House of Pleasure. Doesn't actually have a proper name as far as Abroad is concerned.
Nor a proper menu, it seems. Sorry.
Well, the menu's on the couch. You just point and pick.
Well, there might be a new gnome there with a Warforged bodyguard.
A twofer. He's the bouncer.
So, what is your intention beyond the obvious?
Well, he may, mention that some kids have gone missing and see if there's any knowledge about that issue among these folk.
Okay, the girl you're with, I will not give you a name because you'll forget about her later in the morning anyway.
I might write it down.
Fine. You want to write
I mean,
it
if
down?
she was good, he might remember.
names are only important. They stay for breakfast.
Wait, he has to roll a d20 to know if he remembers
the name
her
of
name.
the name of the place is called the Curved Raven.
Curved.
Yeah. And the one you're currently with is. Oh, I was right. That was the name of the place.
You have a preference of what you're looking for.
He likes the full orcs.
Her
not
name
half orcs,
is
orcs.
Ravarath.
Yeah.
Ravarath. Ravarath. No last name. Because they're not going to give you last names.
And he always convinces them not to drink their pansy tea because he likes to leave his seed everywhere he goes, just like a
No last name and no kissing on the lips.
And no freaky stuff with your plant there either.
Oh, that was the whole point. Do you have a specialist? Grease up the cat.
Grease up the cat. Okay. So you have a little pillow talk, and you're talking about children. She does mention that, you know, the mistress, the one who owns this place, lost her child not too long ago. It's kind of a touchy subject. But yes, we've heard the tales of the children missing. Do you really want to talk about that now?
I mean,
Well, you do have 58 minutes left of the time together, I guess, since you're finished.
Yeah, I have to do a performance.
I mean, you did pay for the full hour.
Yeah, do your performance check there. Rob.
Yeah, let's do that. Well, you have a couple checks, don't you? There's a performance, and then there's the one.
Yeah, I do.
The one you do
And
to
persuasion?
No,
Maybe?
he does one that
Babe, I swear.
he does like a
2-die roll.
yeah, to figure out what they are in his preference, if they're okay or what have you.
Yeah, he's excited about it.
Okay, fine. You got 3 minutes out of it.
But yeah, he wasn't really excited about
He's
this
not real excited about it. That's why he got done pretty quick.
random select. But anyway, can talk to her. And, you know, he will mention that, you know, his purpose in town was to try to maybe track down these kids.
Give me a persuasion, please. Because this is a very touchy subject for this town.
Nothing to
She's
get
kind of
excited
cagey. She doesn't give a whole lot of information out. Your persuasion wasn't high enough.
No.
But, you know, you get the basics. You know, children have come up missing. It gotten to the point where at some point in time they decided to try to secure some of the children that were left that were still here in the city. There was a few families that still had children, and I think at night they locked them all together under some sort of guard. She doesn't really know where they're at, and she doesn't want to... If she seems like she doesn't know where they're at, if you can give me an insight. Let's see if I can do a deception. Oh yeah, I fucking sucked. I rolled a 1. So yeah, you can tell she's definitely being cagey and doesn't want to divulge any more information than she has to, but she knows something. She does know something about, you know, the whole locking the children someplace to try to keep them safe kind of deal.
Well, I might just leave it at that.
Okay.
Don't need to get her suspicions up. And anyway, I can become invisible as long as I want, and I can follow her and see if she leads me to those.
All right, so you want to go invisible and keep an eye on her.
Yeah. Yeah. After I leave, I pay, I make everything look normal. I depart, and then, yeah, I duck into an alley. I disappear, and then I watch until she leaves and follow.
Okay, well, you are standing in that alley all night until the sun starts coming up. And you do see several people go in and then leave after about an hour or so, but you never see any of the girls come out. But you do see male and female patrons go in. So this place doesn't just cater to men. So let's see, Ducks, did you just stay in the room or did you sneak around yourself?
I went out and I snuck around. I did a stealth roll and a perception roll because I was basically going to the sites they talked about where where kids had gone missing.
All right.
Looking around for clues, listening to
So give me
conversations.
an investigation.
Investigation. Advantage, normal.
Regular. All right, so you go to some of these locations that you've heard tell, and you do notice the same thing. These places are pretty well locked up tight. Now, mind you, you might be able to find a way in using certain skills that you have, but for a basic person to try to get into them, it's going to be a little tough.
But yeah, so I listen, make sure no one's in. I go in, I investigate the room to see if I can determine like how they were taken and like methods used, stuff like that.
All right, so why don't you give me another investigation once you get inside?
Okay.
And how are you getting inside?
Shadow step.
That's what I thought. And what are you doing? Was it Melina?
Yes.
What are you doing?
Well, I do believe I went to my room and went to bed.
Okay, so you just went ahead and went to bed. You didn't do anything else.
Yes.
Understood. All right, so with that investigation, you're checking one of the rooms at one of the children, and you see that the room has been left as it was. Matter of fact, there's dust and stuff here and there on the particular room that you're searching. As if nobody has touched it since, the child came up missing. As you're looking around, underneath the bed, you do find what looks like a small dart.
Okay, I'll get the dart. And so, being a purveyor of blow dart guns and things myself, do I recognize it?
You recognize this as more of a hand crossbow dart.
A bolt.
Mm-hmm.
Does it look like it has like a hook or tether, like a rope was linked to it or anything like
No,
that?
it's got a... it does have something on the tip, as if it's been dipped in something.
And I also am good with poisons. So do I need a...
Give
you want me to
me
do
an alchemy,
investigation,
an
insight?
alchemy check. I mean, you have
Alchemy?
alchemy tools?
I have a poisoner's kit.
Poisoner's kit, yeah. Give me a roll for that. You determine that the poison that is currently on this bolt, it puts the target to sleep.
So it's a knockout dart.
Pretty much.
Okay, and so then like looking around the room for an exit, because if they came in through magical means just like I did, fine, but they had to leave with the person. So is there any kind of sign of them exiting through a normal fashion?
Nope.
Oh, it's Sarge's special dimension door. Shmiggy shmiggy shmoo.
Poof, zap. Check for damage. Maybe they're using Thunder Step.
maybe the floor's caved in. But
Oh
there's
wait,
no
no,
other
that's not right.
signs.
Please, never mind.
There's no other signs in the room of any kind of force, anything. There's no signs of struggle or anything.
Nope.
And from the direction that the bolt was stuck and fired, can I see like the direction where the bolt would have came from?
You actually notice this bolt never was fired. Apparently, it may have
Fell out of
fallen
there.
off something and rolled underneath the bed. It wasn't stuck in anything.
And so in the bed, is there any blood or anything like that? Like the person who was on the bed got shot and then bled into the sheets or anything like that?
Well, with a 27 investigation, I will say you do find a small drop of blood. Barely visible, but small enough to know that it was a droplet from, I guess, maybe when they got picked up and moved.
Okay. And there's no other signs, there's no other clues that I can find in the room as to where they went.
No, not currently.
All right. And then listening to the conversations of the family members
Wait.
or other people in the area.
I will say, with your keen senses that you have, and in 27 investigation, you swear you smell, is that mushroom in the air? Like
And I
mushroom
am in bear
spores?
form, so I get advantage on smell checks.
Well, I mean, your investigation was enough. It does smell like there might be like some sort of mushroom spore in the air. And you've not seen mushrooms in weeks.
So just like inside of the Arcana, that like when they traveled, some spores from wherever they went to transferred to this location.
I'm going to say, like I said, with your investigation, you have whatever the smell came from. It had to come from whoever came here.
Okay.
You've not smelt it anywhere else in the city other than right here in this room.
And I've been bouncing all over the city trying to find clues
Right.
as to what happened.
Precisely.
All right. I will take the dart. And does the dart have anything? Does it look significant at all, or is it pretty much a regular crossbow bolt, or does it have any kind of distinguished markings?
Well, I'm going to say this is, in my opinion, as far as those things are concerned. If you're going to fire a knockout dart, it's not going to cause any major damage. It's almost like a syringe that once it hits, the
No, I
force
understand.
of
That's what
hit
I'm saying. So it's
impacts.
something with a specialty item that
It's like a
would
specialty
have to be
item,
made
yes.
by someone.
Precisely.
That, okay, so
It's not something you're going to buy over the counter anywhere. It's definitely specially crafted for whatever this was.
all right. I want to go and see if I can find a Thieves Guild contact in this area.
All right, well, it's late,
Okay.
so
tomorrow then.
I don't know where you're going to find them.
That's
But you
they're
can
out.
keep-
They got to be working somewhere, right?
Well, you might be able to find some coin purse or some cat burglar or something somewhere. But yeah, you got a decent insight.
Yeah, I have a pretty good insight. Its passive is 18.
Well, with all that's going on, you're probably certain that a lot of the Thieves Guild activities in this town may have diminished at night due to the fact of what's been happening. They don't want to be the ones blamed for it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I understand.
So you may have to wait to see about finding like a cut purse or something like that later in the day. In your mind set, you've determined that it might be a good idea to try to find somebody in the light of day, a cut purse or a pickpocket, or maybe, well, you can't find an urchin because,
Somebody else found them first.
yeah, somebody else is finding them first. So after you've gotten that information, and what would you like to do?
So, I mean, I'll go and see if I can see anyone working. Go away from the areas where the kids were taken, see if I can find anyone working in the town. I can't
Give me
find
a
anyone
perception.
And I am in bear form, so I'm using my sniffer.
All right. Even with that decent size perception, you're not finding anybody out at night, except for you've come across a few guards. You've picked up the scent of a few city watch that are marching the streets.
Okay.
I'm gonna head down to the stables with Fred.
All right, and everybody else, after you've done your resurrection? Yeah, Sergeant Rock, what are you going to do for the other 2 hours that everybody else was gone?
Well, he was casing the joint, right? He's watching.
That's right. You were standing out there watching all night long. All right, so you're still standing there watching the place to see if she leaves. Everybody else, you're leaving the Temple District. Are you heading back to the inn to get some rest or what?
So, oh yeah, you're talking to temple people.
Mm-hmm.
The temple people.
The temple goers.
That seemed to take quite a bit of time. What do y'all feel like doing now? I'm thinking probably best to head back since everything seems to be closing down.
Yes, a slow walk back to maybe get a feel of where things are for in the morning or the next day would probably be a good idea.
And from here, the shop district, did we go through it or is it still past us?
It's
The upper ward.
further north from where you're at right now. The
Okay.
upper ward's further north.
All right.
But you're certain at this point in time that all the shops are pretty closed.
Yeah, I was just curious.
Right. I just want to walk around that area to get an idea of what we have here that we can check out once it's open.
All right. So is that what y'all
I'm
want?
fine with that.
All right.
Might as
So I
well
will
take a
go
look
ahead and tell
before we
you.
head back.
As you walk through the district, you find a place that's called the Bent Binder. Looks like it might be a bookstore of sorts, because you see different kind of tomes inside. You also find an open, I'd say an open air blacksmith kind of area. I mean, it's got the big round, and my mind just went blank. The big forge. Yeah, the big forge, the bellows, and yeah, sitting outside. But right now they've cooled, and I mean you still see some heat coming off of it because it hasn't been too long ago that he quit using it. Let's see, what else do we have? Whatever that was just hit the ground. You find what looks like a place called the Hidden Little Treasures, which looks like it might be an item shop of some sort. whether it be like a general store kind of deal, but you see some knickknacks and some weird globes that've got little scenery inside them. Jeez, my mind's
Are there any
going
patty
nuts.
whacks?
Why, you want to give a dog a bone?
I don't know.
You're actually not there, so I can't tell you that. All right, let's see. I know there's some more.
What was the name of the shop?
Hidden Little Treasures.
One's a Hidden Little Treasures. You find a bookshop named the Bent Binder. Blacksmith doesn't seem to have a name. It just is an open air blacksmith. Where's the other things? You walk past a place called the Sage Inn. Let's see. What was the other one? The Sage Inn.
Does it look busy in there?
Petition.
Do you hear some
Oh,
music
blast.
coming from inside? Some warm light.
All right.
You've looked like a meat shop called the Vulgar Cutler. Which the only way you can tell it's that's because you see some huge pieces of meat like hanging in a smokehouse nearby.
I take note of that to let our tiefling friend know.
Not long, like on your way into town, or into that section of town, you see a place called the Curved Raven, of course. And you're seeing men, women go in, come out. Let's see.
Did you say the Curved Raven?
Curved Raven, yes.
Heavy.
Do I bump into anything?
Curvy.
You
I
do
don't
not bump
see.
into anything.
But
Sergeant Rock, there were drinks in that place, by the way, if you wanted any.
No. Max,
They
staying
actually-
sober.
They actually had a menu that I had put together for it.
With clever names, I hope.
Well, I mean, there was oysters.
there's
There
a shot
was
of the lady's pearl.
there
or
was the
something.
smoked brownie, which is a type of brown spiced bourbon. There's the goodberry juice, a sweet concoction derived from good berries. When drank, heals 1 hit point and fills you up. There's also the Frostfire wine, which is an elven creation that has a smooth yet sweet taste and mellows you out and perks up certain drives, if you know what I mean.
Do they have soda pop? I'll bet they have squirt.
We're not with you three minutes.
For you, maybe they have Jolt.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so
A little bit of cream soda.
that is it for those particular locations that I can tell you right now.
Okay.
There may be there's a few others that are peppered in there, like produce shop. It looks like maybe a little grocer for actual foods and sundries.
Do I notice any guards around?
Yes, actually, you notice several patrols. It seems that every time you turn around, there's at least a pair of guards that are marching up and down the streets.
That's unfortunate, isn't it?
And they do stop and ask you your business in the district at night.
Yes, we're just trying to find our way back to the plastered inn. The brown plaster. It's an inn. They gave me lots of ale.
Oh, I didn't know that's what you're doing. I was going through trying to find an enchanter maybe or something along them lines. We just got done at one of the temples. They let us stay a little
Yeah, I
late.
Just telling the guards that.
Oh, an enchanter. Well, I mean, maybe when the sun comes up in the morning, you can probably ask old Waltermal over in the Bent Binder. They might be able to point you in the right direction for an enchanter. I don't really know.
I appreciate that. Yeah, we're just
But
walking
yes,
through.
please, if you'd mind, move on to wherever inn you're staying. We frown upon a lot of nighttime activities in the city.
Yes, we heard you were having some issues with some disappearances and such.
Well, yes, according to the latest reports, we're still having the issue with children coming up missing and no idea how the fuck that's happening.
It's very disturbing.
Yes, you might want to keep your children safe.
Have you noticed anything at night?
Well, we did notice a strange fellow walking with a gnome on his shoulder earlier. And all he could tell us was, well, that some weirdo reincarnated him. I figured it maybe it was
Who
faulty
does
programming or
that?
something. And of
Sounds like a
course,
real ungrateful bastard.
yeah, the halfling that was with him was a very excitable chap. He was all up. I've never heard a halfling speak so fast. He's just chittering away like a little mouse.
Some of us can be quite excitable.
I've met several halflings in my day, but I've never seen one that excitable. I'm just saying. But anyway, if you would be so kind as to make your way back to whatever inn you're currently staying at, and please visit our merchant ward when the sun rises.
Right, didn't mean any harm, just getting a lay
No,
of the
no
land.
problem. But just be careful. We still have no idea what's going on with these missing children.
Was there
but
a
if you-
clothing shop anywhere?
Well, yeah. I mean, there's one right over there. Sells dresses and the sort.
And a leather shop?
Well, I mean, you can go to the leather worker, and if you're worried about armor or something, I mean, are you looking for bags? Because there's a difference. We have the guy who makes leather pouches and belts. He's about 3 blocks down on the right. What was the name of that place? Seeing as how I didn't actually come up with a name for a leather shop.
In your high.
That's okay. I'll just look for the
Um,
leather. That's fine.
I think it was called the Tough Stitch, something like that.
Great, thank you.
And of course there was the dress. It's I think it's just called Sally's, but because the lady that runs it just wanted to call it by her name or her mother's name.
That's fine.
don't
I'm
go
happy
dress
to
shopping.
know that they will be open tomorrow.
We do have a few other shops, but yeah, just please come back and visit them when the sun comes up.
No, I'm just heading down to the stalls and
The stalls are on the other side of the river.
at the gates.
Yes, at
Yeah,
the gates.
yeah.
You want the north stalls or do you want the south stalls? Because we only have the two.
Doesn't really matter. I need a stall for my horse.
Well, where are you staying at then?
With my horse.
You're staying in the stalls with your horse.
We sleep together. Yes. He's
no,
very
No
warm.
shame. No shame here. No need to explain yourself.
He keeps me warm at night, and I keep him warm at night.
That's.
It's
I've
a
heard
tiefling
that.
thing.
That's. Yeah. I'm sure it is. Carry on. And he walks away.
Everybody questions it. I know it's true. I will go to whatever stalls I can get to. Probably the ones.
The ones to
Closest-
the north are the ones closest to the Brown Plaster Inn.
Okay, so I will
we
go
came in
there
from-
and pay them whatever I need to pay them.
All right. How's your horse? It'd be just a gold for the night.
Great. Do you mind if I stay with him?
If that's what you want to do, the stall costs a gold for the night. Whatever you do in the stall, that's your business, madam.
And do you have a bucket of water for him? He's a little
Yes,
thirsty.
we can have some brought up to you. The stable boy will go get it. If we leave it out now, it's just going to freeze, so we have to send him to get it periodically.
Nope.
So, yeah.
No problem. If you could bring one by morning, I'd be happy.
It doesn't take but maybe an hour or so, and a young kid, not a young kid, but a young adult comes and brings one to you.
Okay, and I'll flip him 5 cops.
Okay, and he thanks you and travels on. I'm guessing everybody else makes their way back to the room.
Yep.
It's after 11 o'clock, so I think that's what we will call it.
Okie dokie.
So Sergeant Rock is standing outside the whorehouse in the invisibility cloak, while Dux, I guess, is trying to find him. And
is it
everybody
not-
else is back in their particular places where they're going to be resting at. So,
That's not necessarily a problem. I'll go to where he marked on the napkin, and then I'll just start mentally calling out for Sarge.
okay. So remind me of that come next week, and we'll take care of it then.
That would work.
All right. So thanks once again, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us this evening. And check back with us Friday for continuation of the Red Star Rising campaign. Tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, for the Curse of Strahd campaign. Thursday night for a group of us who get together and just kind of run around like people who don't know what the hell we're doing in Neverwinter. and then of course back here again Sunday for continuation of this. Don't forget our November 7th for the charity event, and it's for the Children's Network.
Miracle Now.
For the Children's Miracle Network that helps out the children's hospitals pretty much, I guess, all
Throughout
over the states. So once again, remember, ladies and gentlemen, we are all in this adventure called life together. Please treat those around you the way you'd like to be treated. I mean, I don't want to be the one that says it, but love each other. Treat each other well, and treat each other the way you would like to be treated yourself. So with
And love
that,
your horses.
and yes, please love your horses. Just not too much. Good night, Joe.
Yep.